dog. Well, we had a pair of calico. They were sisters or litter mates. They're not really sisters, because cats are loners. But yeah, they were litter mates, and we sort of inherited them from the neighborhood or something. And they were good, but they were always a little skittish around. They were never really totally accepting of us. But anyway, we got our dog, and then they slowly just would go outside and not come home.
Oh.
And I think they just found another house nearby that was feeding them, and they just decided, how cats can adopt you, So
they're good friends, but they're very fickle friends.
Yeah. What happened to your video, Joe?
You pulled the cable out.
I know.
We're streaming live.
So is that the usual cat there with you, Ted?
It's one of the 3 cats. So this is the one that I don't drum on because she's very weak and fragile.
Ooh, here comes May. I was telling Joe that I do have some interesting things to show.
Okay.
Mostly typewriters, but yeah. Oh, kitty.
She was standing on my keyboard.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Joe. He's gone.
He left us, just like a cat.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
I just woke up, so I'm going to just listen while I freshen up, get some coffee going.
Very
and I'll
good. Very good.
Get some typewriters set up.
Yeah.
And I will see you here shortly.
Excellent. Sounds good.
All right.
So, Ted, is there anything new in your world?
Well, I got the proof copy of the Smith Corona 6, 7, and 88 book that I've been waiting for. But unfortunately, they printed the wrong book inside.
Oh, no.
So I've got a user guide for Reaper audio software in here. So I need to contact them and say, hey, what's up with that?
Wow.
It's got the right covers. I'm very happy
that's
with
good.
the covers.
That's something.
But the book inside is different than what I wanted. So that's why you get proof copies.
Yes. So, I ordered and am still waiting on the book for the Royal FP.
Okay.
440, etc.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I got it was to find out how to remove the platen.
Oh, okay.
And it's super ridiculously easy.
Yeah, it's I think it's just a drop in and flip out sort of deal. So
yeah, because I started investigating it. I was like, because in a previous live stream, someone showed lifting up the paper rail or bale and folding back the little that little metal shield on the end of the platen. And then so I did that, and then I discovered there's a little button under there. Well, not really a button, but a little lever. And I pushed that, and it just popped right up.
Yep. That's
so I was like, yes.
Probably could have looked in the user manual for that one.
Yeah. But I'm still going to be glad to have that because
hey,
Joe's
so
back.
Much.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy. Anyway,
And
hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Now you're in 720p.
Yeah, I know. I just got this never-ending problems with my video. Let's see. I have to video setting. I'll go set it up here. You guys keep talking.
Okay.
All right.
Every time you unplug it, you have to restart all your settings or something crazy thing like that. Anyways, it says I'm in HD, not 720. The settings look normal. I don't know what's going on. Anyways. All right.
Video production. They put the amateurs in charge of it, and they expect miracles.
Yeah, so I have decided that I do want to keep both the Royal 440 and the
FP.
FP, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the 440, I think the platen must not be too bad. It doesn't cut through a bunch of sheets like like the FP does. But I do prefer the look of the FP over the 440 by far, actually. But I like the more narrow carriage of the 440.
Yeah.
Man,
I've never quite gotten used to the old hurricane.
Oh my, it's
giant
crazy.
Carriage.
It's one thing for it to be a standard, but then to be a 15-inch.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I knew you were actually on.
Oh.
Andrea's bringing you breakfast.
Sure.
Yeah. So the 15-inch carriage is just incredible. Doing it seems like a little bit of an effort, pushing the lever and pushing it across. Ooh.
Show and tell.
Joe and
there
tell.
you go.
Is that Joe and tell or show and tell?
Yes.
Now, as you let's say you're typing and you're eating. Now, are you like super cautious about getting grease all over your typewriter, or you just figure you'll clean it up later?
You have to wipe your hands.
Yeah. You should get little wet wipes or something.
I should.
Or you eat astronaut food.
Oh yeah, that's right. We could have astronaut food. Cheers.
You don't have to worry about getting grease anywhere.
That's right.
Yes.
Astronaut food.
Mm-hmm.
I once went through a phase where I was eating army rations. I used to shop.
Good.
Yeah. It had this a cherry almond cake, and of course, since it's a ration, it's like compressed cake basically. But it was so good; it was amazing. Oh man.
Yeah, like the chicken a la king MREs.
Yeah.
I've never eaten an MRE, but when I was in the Navy in the late 70s, we had to try sea rations from probably the Korean War era.
Yeah,
like that.
geez.
So
In cans?
and yeah, they were actually pretty good. Actually, they had some dark chocolate that was really good, and then of course you had the 5 Lucky Strike cigarettes.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah, that's old food.
That's old school food. Well,
all right. So I am I'm using a different setup here. You may have noticed,
I can
because I want to be
ceiling vent.
Yeah, I was hoping it would cut that off, but that's okay.
You need to position that so it's like a halo over your head.
I know. Yes.
maybe I need to position mine so you can see the ceiling. I don't have a ceiling vent. Oh well.
Oh.
Oh, my ceiling is so high.
Oh wow.
Vaulted ceilings.
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, Brian,
We're getting an echo.
Echoing.
Yes. Maybe I need to position mine so you can see the ceiling.
It's like an instant replay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone must be on YouTube.
That's Brian Good.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just fixed that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So how are you today, Brian?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you going to turn your video on?
As soon as I figured that, yeah, sorry. I wasn't totally prepared yet, I guess. Hi.
There you go.
That's fine. We're all friends here.
We're just talking about the high level of tech expertise here that
Oh, yeah.
is involved in keeping this thing going.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's, it's complicated stuff.
So how is your morning? Have you eaten yet?
I just got done eating some leftovers from yesterday, and I'm just drinking my coffee.
There you go.
Excellent. I have
Some of
mine
us
as
are
well.
still eating.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
now you have to show us your ceiling.
It's become a thing.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Now everything is right with the world.
All right. Now I don't feel so bad that I'm showing so much of my ceiling.
All right.
Make everybody feel welcome.
Yes, yes. I was just telling everyone I'm using a different setup so I can reverse the camera, such as that.
Oh,
there you
neat.
go.
Yeah. So,
Canon
good trick.
Typestar.
close.
Close.
No, it's a Type Mate, isn't it?
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, a Typemate 10.
Okay.
Before I show that, I will show this. Let me make myself big here and give myself the spotlight. There we go.
You're already big.
Okay. So, oops, I need to turn the camera around. All right. So this is, I actually typed this on the Royal Companion, the 1962 version.
Okay.
And it may not look like much, but
It looks
it's
good.
Oh.
Onion skin.
Oh, neat.
well, it's actually vellum.
Okay.
Drafting
which,
vellum.
The original vellum, of course, was made from animal products, but I don't do animal products. So they have this nice synthetic stuff that they use these days. So I did a little test typing on there, and it turned out really well.
And that's with the okay, so that's an ink ribbon.
Yes.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
was, I typed it with the Royal Companion.
Mhm.
So, yeah. All right. Then next up we have the Typemate 10.
Oh, yeah.
Very blue.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like the ones with two different colors of keys like you've got. I like that.
Yeah.
Is
I'm not
this
sure why it's not focusing, but
is this a thermal typewriter?
it is. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it's I really need to track down the manual for this because it is feature rich.
Mm.
Yeah,
But-
I had one of those. I picked one of those up at Goodwill, but it wasn't the pretty blue, wasn't the pretty blue color that you got there.
Yeah, I think they have
and-
a white and gray version also.
And I couldn't make heads or tails of it either.
So
Yeah,
how would
it's-
you rate it compared to the Type Star series?
I'm sorry, you go ahead.
Well, I'll give my rating and then you give your rating. So I just typed on it very, very briefly, and the feel of it is pretty horrendous. The type quality was either the same or maybe slightly worse, but I do love you have these physical switches for the different functions, so that
Okay.
helps. There's not all
Yeah.
these. I mean, there's still a ton of secret codes on there, but or the memory codes.
Yeah.
There's certainly a lot of stuff printed on the keys.
I
Well, you
know.
have an alternative shifted keyboard, is what it is.
Yeah. And of course you have I assume the two different colors is because it's intended for someone learning to type.
Zebras, maybe.
Yes, exactly. And you'll notice the speaker, I was hoping that it had a text-to-speech feature, which it does not. This is simply for beeping, as far as I can tell.
What is that upper left key that it says call and close? Is that what the writing above those right there?
Yeah, those are for memory. It says memory call, memory close.
Oh, okay.
Because it does have storage and it has volatile memory, which you have the D batteries going there, but then you have another battery compartment right here.
Which is a memory compartment.
Well, actually, it's batteries for the memory.
Oh, okay.
If I can get the cover off, it's kind of funny how there we go. Yes. So it has that kind of.
Two batteries.
What is
And
that switch next to it? Right there by your thumb. Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
It's I'm
Oh,
not
memory
entirely
on,
sure.
off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the TRS-80 Model 100s that have
Oh,
memory
okay.
that you can turn the memory off, and it shuts those batteries off and erases the memory.
Ah,
Wow.
Hmm.
It's useful if you're going to store it and you don't want to drain the batteries out of it.
ooh,
Gotcha.
nice. Nice. Yeah, so that is that one. I'm not sure why it's not focusing very well on there, but anyway,
So does this predate the Type Star series, do you think?
I suspect it came after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
definitely
agree.
after.
It's after.
So what are your thoughts on it, Brian?
Yeah, pretty much the same as you. It falls in line with the cheaper type stars like the 5 in terms of feel and stuff like that. It's got more features, obviously, but yeah, I didn't like that much. It is nice that it has the snap-on cover because the whole blow molded case for the other type stars is really big. It adds a lot of weight to the thing when you
Mhm.
Yes,
carry it around.
yes.
It doesn't protect it as well, but it makes the whole thing a lot more compact.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I have a few more things to show, and then I'm
Okay.
going to open up the floor. All right, let me
Oh, no,
put this
you'll
one here.
fall through the floor then.
I know, huh? All right, this might not fit on screen as well, but let's turn around here.
The game of time.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yep. It's our favorite little tiny portable electric.
Hmm.
So this is Ted Monk's fault. he was talking about how quiet these are,
They are very
So-
quiet.
and it really is. It does need a little work, mostly cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But the motor is super quiet and just steady. So
Yeah,
very very pleased.
the only electric typewriter that I've ever found that you can turn it on and not even know that it's on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's super quiet. Super quiet. Yeah.
Gregory, what's it called?
Oh, sorry about that. It is the Royal Apollo 10. You can see it. There we go. The Apollo 10.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and I actually like the look of it. I like it's kind of an ivory and black.
Mhm.
Was it
Which
made by Nakajima or Silver
That's a good
Seiko?
question.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Seiko?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, it says made in Japan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a Silver Seiko design.
Okay, so
Okay.
all right.
All right. So I'm very pleased with this. It,
And they come in bright orange and also blue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh no! What have you done, Ted? Oh no!
Can you plug it in and test it for us and see how it looks and sounds?
Unfortunately, on this, well, actually, if you give me just a moment, I think I
Yeah.
can.
He's a Luddite. He doesn't have electricity.
See, Ted, you're an enabler.
I know. It's,
See, I'm going to have to get me one of those too. I like Type R electrics.
they're a lot of fun. I mean, it's kind of cheesy feeling, but it's definitely one of the better machines.
Mhm.
And depending on how long of your extension cord you have, you could go to a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
You could. It's true.
Or you could just get one of those backup battery things and
Oh, that's
charge it
right.
up.
Okay.
inverter.
Carry it with you.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Mhm.
Wow.
There
You hear
go.
No, I don't. I don't hear that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's exactly the point.
It is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I hate
Now,
the
it-
keys.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
This is
So,
quieter than my daisy wheel typewriter that I have sitting on the counter, and it doesn't have
Oh,
a motor
yeah.
that runs all the time.
Mhm.
It's just the transformer buzzes a little bit more than this thing makes noise with the motor.
Amazing.
Yeah. So this is pretty amazing actually at how quiet it is. In fact, I'm probably going to get rid of one or two of my other electrics, just because I have one that is a bit much. Not only does it have a loud hum, but it also does the whoa 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 from the belt.
Yeah, yeah.
So so there's that one.
Yeah, and one of the nice things about those Apollo 10s is they're also fairly light. They're not much heavier than portable.
Exactly. It really is.
And they're pretty compact too.
So I'm assuming they came out in the late 60s,
Would
based
have been
on
69 through 74.
just about the same era as the Apollo space program, oddly
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah, you can always tell stuff that came out around that time tends to have spacey names.
Yeah. It looks like somebody ate part of the case of this typewriter.
What in the world happened there?
That looks like heat damage almost.
Yeah.
Water
that's what I
damage.
think. It looks like it's melted, honestly.
Wow.
It looks like bread.
Yeah, I don't think you want to eat this. It might be a little stale.
So what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
But it might be good for fiber. Like,
It's
who knows?
a
Yeah.
Futura.
Correct.
If you're really constipated,
Any
like
further
that really
guesses?
works well.
More
It's a
specific,
It's Olympia.
Not
blue
on there yet, but
and gray
Blue.
Futura 800.
Royal.
Nice.
nothing's
All
happened.
American?
Oh yeah,
I
this
got
case
it.
doesn't.
Probably.
The case doesn't open all the way.
Oh.
Dog.
Force it.
I know.
Well, you can just,
tempted,
as long
but-
as you can get the paper in there, you don't have to.
stick your hand in there. I can see the
Carriage return.
The carriage return lever is
Oh, yeah.
sticking on a peg on
Yeah.
the side.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. just go ahead. Yeah.
There you go.
Buds in.
Yeah, I
Can you
know.
hear him?
Mhm.
That didn't sound good.
Yeah, you probably want to cover that with some duct tape
For your
so
little
that it doesn't hook on there.
Move it around. where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want it. Wait, stop.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, so it does have that.
Sweet.
Oh,
All right, can
Now
you see
it-
anything?
It
Let's
does.
see.
Oh,
It does kind of sit up on the. I
You
need to
can
adjust
fix
the
that
hook,
by forming
basically.
the latch.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
But I mean, it works. That's the important thing.
cool.
Oh yeah. So I'm still in the market for the pink one, and then I'll be pretty happy.
Have you got the green one?
Gregory.
Yes.
Gregory. There's an orange and white Olympia travel on Etsy. I wanted to let you know.
On Etsy.
Etsy. Sorry, I'm Canadian. Yeah, Etsy.
huh?
Oh my goodness! I will have to check that out. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
It's
Wow.
tray expensive, we say, but it's
Oh yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, that is definitely at the top of my wish list. So,
Nice.
but for now, I'm happy with this.
So these are all new machines you bought recently?
Fairly with the Typemate and the Apollo were the most recent. This one was going further back. This was maybe a month back,
Okay.
and I have just failed to show it. Yeah, this one does need a little work. It's not in as good of condition as my other Futura 800. So I got excited because on Shop Goodwill, they were advertising a Futura 900. I got super excited, and I was looking at the pictures, and part of the 8 was rubbed off, and it looked vaguely like a 9, so they called it a Futura 900. And that's very common that the back part is rubbed off, the logo on the back. I think that's how this one is as well.
Yeah, the one I had was that way too. Had
Yeah.
scratches all over the back.
Yeah. So very happy with this. And I was hoping, I don't know if David Peterson is in here.
I don't see him yet.
Okay. Maybe I'll hold off on showing the other thing because I would like him to be here.
Okay.
So let's see. Again, Zoom is very clunky as far as the on the producer's end, essentially.
The production side.
There we go. Production side, yes.
So Anthony, what have you got that's new?
Well, it's sort of typewriter adjacent. It's furniture, but it's
Okay.
really cool. I
Ooh.
just fit. Yeah. I don't know if you can kind of. I'm gonna kind of do that. What it is it's a.
Oh, we lost your
It's a
video.
Oh, sorry. Where'd I go?
There you go.
Hello? There I am. It's a small drafting table,
Ooh.
and it puts the my typewriter right at the perfect angle for me to type.
Ooh,
Right
nice.
next to me. So I've got it at a, can you see it kind of has that small drafting table
Yeah.
slant?
Pretty
It's
cool.
beautiful. It's on wheels, so I can actually move it. So I can move it anywhere I want.
Well, I
Oh,
can tell you're
wow.
not clergy because that's a pulpit.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's sort of. It's got a. It's a traveling pulpit.
Yep.
'Cause it's on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a little compartment for stuff.
Okay.
But what I really like is it's the perfect angle for me
Yeah.
for typing. Like it just puts the keyboard right there, and I'm able to work and be at
And
my
you can
desk.
That's wonderful.
And,
see the
and I
paper
think
better.
it's like I think it was $60.
That's pretty good.
That's
Nice.
great.
Yeah. So I was really happy with it. So really I can angle it and put it anywhere. My Skywriter fits on here. My Litera sits really well on here. Even my Olympia SM9, I think sits good on here. Yeah, I love it. Perfect for me because I like things a little slightly higher
Mm-hmm.
for when I'm typing, so I'm not hunching over too much. But yeah, that's my show for this week.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank
Excellent.
Did you find that at an antique shop, or where did you find it?
Yeah, it was just it's really funny because I'd seen I've gone to a couple of antique shops, and a fellow had what he said was a typing table, and it looked like very industrial base, like wrought iron with a sort of a hand crank for raising the level up and down. But the guy wanted like $800 for it.
Oh God.
It was just ridiculous. And so I was looking in this other antique store, and sure enough, it was there, and it was just sort of amongst a bunch of other furniture. And it's really funny is my wife at that same visit found a Royal Quiet Deluxe in pristine shape, beautiful case, beautiful machine. It's downstairs. Otherwise I'd show it for $35.
Wow. That's
Wow.
What's on your show list?
I bought them both instantly,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't regretted it. So
nice.
yeah, good to go
Wow.
to those spots.
Mhm.
So apparently David Peterson is in the comments. So
Okay.
I will go ahead and show my other item here. Just one moment. And turn the camera around.
Ooh, an SM.
Yes. So before I open it, let me just say,
Hey, we're gonna have Cam walking around here.
oh, we're getting some chatter in the background there.
Somebody's having a party.
Hmm.
Okay. Anyway, so yes, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the SM3, and I thought David and I were joking back and forth that he was going to send me his SM3, and I didn't think anything else of it. Well, here it is. Oh my goodness. I'm a little bit in shock, actually.
Say thank you.
Yes, thank you very, very much, David.
Hello.
That's a pretty one.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, it is pretty.
It's in amazing condition. And I was just, I couldn't even email him back for a couple of days because I was just blown away by his generosity. Absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous. So this is definitely one of the most beautiful typewriters in my collection now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What's the typeface?
I think it seems fairly standard to me. I don't remember where I put the test typing sheet. It seemed fairly standard.
What's the last number on the paper ruler?
82. Well, 80.
80. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so very, very, very happy with this. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Anyway,
pretty
thank
neat.
you so much, David. Thank you so much. And he says it has the carriage shift, which for me doesn't really matter because I use my two fingers. But yeah, that absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's
My
very
goodness.
nice. Happy Christmas.
I know. And I'm sending him just a small token of my appreciation. So
good.
Yeah, because as you can tell, I'm kind of speechless. Yeah, but he said he really enjoys Typewriter Club Live, and which I'm thankful for that as well, because
we are too. We're very happy about it.
Excellent.
So who's this person named iPad?
Oh, that'd be me. I'm Brenda.
Hello, Brenda.
Hey,
Brenda.
It's the first time. Hi. First time I've been doing this, so I don't know what I'm doing. So
I will change that for you. I will change it for you.
Thank you.
So, how are things in your world, Brenda?
They're good. They're good.
Excellent.
Did you want to see my new my typewriter just got off eBay the other day?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Are you ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Okay. Oh, you changed me. So this is my can you guess what this is?
That is a Olympia SF.
No, it's a Starfire.
No.
It's a Singer.
She stumped us.
It's the Tessie.
Pippa. Okay.
Ooh.
An Adler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice,
Very
huh?
pretty.
My favorite color.
Very
So,
orange.
I love it.
Wow.
Is that the same typewriter that Sarah was typing on last week?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know she was typing on a red typewriter, but maybe not that specific one. She's in the comments, so perhaps she'll chime in. Yeah.
All right.
Very good. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yes. How do you like it?
Well, so far all I've done was clean it, and I had to replace the space bar was bottoming out all the way. So when I took the bottom off, the backing off, and took the case off, or the frame, or whatever you want to call it, I think there was a rubber piece that's supposed to be at the bottom, where that taps, when it pushes down, it actually goes up. So I found a piece of rubber stuff that I had, and I stuck it on there, and now it's fine.
Very nice.
So I fixed it for now.
Yay.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Let's see. Anyone else have something to show?
I've got a new typewriter.
Okay, let's see it.
Excellent.
I'll grab it. I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see.
I've got one too.
All right. Let's see it.
I know what you have, Indro.
Oh, no.
You're not going to show that one? Oh, no. All right. Oh, look at the dog.
FCM.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
250.
Yeah. Type bar electric, just like you were talking about.
Yep.
Yes.
How do you like it?
It's great. I love it. Everything works on it, surprisingly.
You know what's interesting about those machines?
No, tell me.
They are they're a little bigger than the standard Smith Corona electric, but all that space is to make room for a couple of metal weights that are glued to the bottom of the case.
Oh, you kidding me?
That makes it an office typewriter.
So it doesn't jump across when you hit the return?
So it's heavy and it feels like an office typewriter. That's basically why they did that.
Oh.
So if you want to lighten it up a little, you can pull those weights out.
Well, I think it's also got to be so that it doesn't jump when you hit the carriage return so much.
It helps.
If you're not going to carry it, it would help to weight it down because it's got these gigantic rubber strips on it for feet. Up there, these big thick suckers.
Wow.
Because everything's power, the power reverse, power return, power feed. Well, not power feed.
Looks like your dog likes to lick the typewriter.
He's looking at me on the edge of it. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with that. I found that it's a Goodwill.
How's
Actually,
the
there were two typewriters. Well, there was a Brother Correcto Right, one of those ones with the ball and the cassette, and they were the same price, and they're right next to each other. I'm like, that Brother, I'm never gonna buy ribbons for it.
Can't buy ribbons for it.
Yeah. So I said, that Smith Corona looks great. So I grabbed it. And it was
Very good.
half off. It had been there for a week and no one had picked it up.
Nice. How's the motor on it?
Louder than the Royal for sure.
Okay.
But it runs great. Actually, when I first got it, before I flushed out the segment or anything, I plugged it in and it started running on its own. Like it advanced the carriage and it just went chunk, 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 chunk on its own, and then it started going faster and faster. So I unplugged it and I cleaned it all out, and it runs great now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
A little louder than well, it's not the quietest machine I have, but it is
Very
pretty
good.
fun.
Speaking of noise level, I did forget to mention on the Typemate 10, the action where it's printing the letters it somehow seems quieter. I'm not sure how that's possible, but when the print head jerks back, it makes this loud, horrendous sound.
Yeah.
So the type stars are way better that way.
Yeah, I think I found that to be true with the Canon thermal typewriter was that way. It kind of moves the print head back between letters, and it just makes a loud cycling noise.
I think saying it moves it back is being polite. I think it jerks it back.
Yeah.
Or slams it back. Yes.
So
well, thank you for showing that.
So Brenda, it's nice seeing you. Have you guys been out on the road recently?
Not since we came back from Yellowstone. I think at the end of August and beginning of September.
So you guys probably don't know, but a few years ago, they stopped down in Albuquerque during one of our type outs, and that's how we first met them. They were in their RV, and that was a lot of fun seeing you guys.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to head down to, John wants to go down to the Florida Keys. So maybe, and maybe the end of April, beginning of May or so, but we want to come back out to Albuquerque again.
Yeah.
Sure. And we had a blast. So.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, Indra, you said you had something to show.
Oh yeah, it's a little quiz. Okay. If I show you the case, I'm just curious if somebody would recognize this machine. I have it for I think 1 year now, and it was a lucky find, but it's not that. Let me have a look if I can change this. All right. So if you see the case, what do you think it is?
Wow.
Skywriter.
And to compare it,
looks like a Skywriter.
It's a metal case. This is the baby, and this is a Tipa.
Baby.
So it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I think it's a Corona Zephyr.
All right, so I'll put you back here. Then
like
hold
Smith
on one
Corona.
sec. Now, here we go. So I covered the name. So do you recognize it now?
That's a Hallberg.
Yeah, a Junior.
I knew it.
But it's a French one.
Oh yeah, Azerty.
It's French.
Huh.
And the lever is funny because it goes only one way. It doesn't go up, it goes only to the right.
Mm-hmm.
But this is actually, it's a Dutch machine with a French keyboard.
Yep.
And I think they are pretty rare. It's nice with the velvet here. I didn't do anything about it. So still have to clean it, and it's a bit squeaky, but all right, it's good enough. It types. And I think maybe Ted knows, but I think there's only like 100 made or something.
Oh no, they made plenty of those. They're they were made in Holland, so they'll be most plentiful there. But
no, they're rare.
There are some that made it to the U.S.
All right.
Let's see. Let me look up the numbers.
Is it based on a Hermes baby design?
No, it's the original design.
It's an original design. Oh.
Yeah, that eventually, the Royal Eldorados and the like the Royal Portables from about 1964 to 1967. Those are all based on this machine, and they were made in Holland.
Oh,
yeah. It's the Eldorado and the Royalite, isn't that the other one?
Yeah, Royalite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they made at least 35,000 of them.
All right.
And
that's new for me.
Kajak Holland.
Kuik.
Machine Fabriken.
Yeah, that is pronounced Kuik, which is very close by where I live.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 10-minute drive or something.
Yeah.
But the factory is long gone.
Yeah, they were only made for 2 years, 1952 to 1954, and then they were sold to Royal.
Uh-huh.
And
but
so
I think this is one of the first 2 years that has a serial number that lies in the first 2 years of production.
What is the serial number?
I don't remember where it is. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it anymore. I looked it up a year ago, but I don't know where it is. That's stupid. So yeah. Oh, I got so many machines now here. I'll show you another one.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Hold on one sec. I show you where I have to go. Here we are.
We're on a road
trip. I'm moving stuff around. So, but I got a bunch here. But you want to see this one, I think.
Ooh, Hermes.
That's a Hermes, but that is the other one. Hold on one sec. Oh. I have to move around so much stuff. It's such a mess, but there's still no image. But here we go. Aha, ha, ha, ha.
Oh.
So
yes,
that is the Hermes. So I have two now.
Yes.
And this is also the French one.
Oh.
You're liking that Azerty keyboard, huh?
Well, Europe. So the Belgians and the French, they all have Azertys. But this one is the Elite.
Okay.
The Elite. That one is a bit sticky. Oh, it's sticky as well. Why is that? Well, anyway. So yeah, it looks good.
Nice.
So I have one with French now, and I have one with the QWERTY, the Dutch variant, the English variant. No matter how you say it. So yeah.
Was this the one that you received a few weeks ago?
Yep.
Okay.
So what I did is I changed the shell. So I got this one, and it had a perfect shell, but the one with the Dutch keyboard has some markings like this, and some markings like here.
Yeah.
It's all right. It has some stain somewhere here. So what I did is I changed the shells. I tried to change more parts, but then I discovered that this one is an Elite, and it has a different star wheel. So you can't change it, but it is fine. So
very good.
Yeah. So should I get another one? I have another nice machine.
Of course.
If you have 1 second, I'll put this one away. But where? I'll put it here. This one I just finished, so that one is pretty good. We got a box. Follow the box. Where is it going?
Yes.
This one I'm pretty proud of. It took me a lot of work. Come on, I need 2 hands. Oh. That's noiseless. Yeah, but this one it's really, really nice. It's the nice looking Remington I have. I have like 3 or 4, but this one is has no scratches, no nothing. So it's very nice. I cleaned it. I flushed it. Rubbers are all very good. I changed the paper feed rubbers underneath. So I changed those, so they're new. So yeah, goes very nice.
I have one like that. Mine's the shiny black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
me
one.
too. Me too, May. I have the shiny black one, which I love.
There's another one.
Yeah.
This one's catching dust. But if you have 1 second, maybe you can spot it. There's another one there.
Yes, down the stairs.
Oh,
Besides
my
all my
goodness.
records.
Oh,
Yeah, there's another one. This one is perfect as well. This is a French machine again. Azerty.
French.
Yeah. So, all right. Oh, sorry for the moving images.
I'd
got
probably
one
be
here.
kicking that. I'd be kicking those typewriters.
Excuse me?
I said if I had typewriters on my floor, I'd probably be kicking them all the time with my big feet.
oh, that
What
happens to
happened?
me.
Oh yeah. I got so I'm getting too many. It's getting a problem.
You can never
Yeah.
get too many.
I'm thinking
Well,
about selling some or giving away, but at
I'll
the
give you
same
my
time,
address.
you don't want to.
You can't. They're all good. You can't get rid of them.
Nah. I'm sorry for that. I'm having a cold.
So the the other day, my wife did a typewriter count, and I think she counted on the low end, but I think she counted 31, and I'm sure there's more than that. But that kind of it gave me the motivation to I picked out my 5 least favorite, and I donated them to the Pet Adoption Center thrift store.
Okay.
And
That's nice.
right after
Great
I
idea.
donated them, I told my friend Bob, Bob Marshall, that comes on here.
Mhm.
I told him that I had dropped them off there. So I guess yesterday they had put them out in the store, and he went and picked up 2 of them. So
Very nice.
yeah, I was pleased about that. It was a win-win situation. Actually, win-win-win.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
who?
so
For everybody.
yeah, for
You know how
me,
you know how you solve that? Stop counting the typewriters. Stop counting
well,
them.
see, I had stopped counting them, but then my wife counted them.
Don't let her
So-
see them.
I have them all over the place, but somehow she just decided she was going to go around and count them. But
No,
there were
no. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But there were some she actually didn't find, so that's why it was on the low end.
Oh my God.
It's probably closer to 35. Yeah. Well, it was because I got rid of 5, but yeah. But now I have room for more.
There you go.
All right. Who else has something to show? Anyone?
Well, I have a couple German machines here.
Okay,
And
excellent.
I switched cameras, and I'm hoping that this doesn't cut out, but we'll see here. So the one in the foreground is the Triumph Norm 6, and the other one is the Voss over here with the homemade ribbon cover. Focus it right there.
Yeah, that's really nice, Joe. You did a good job on that.
You did
Thanks.
an amazing job on that.
Very good.
Well, it looks pretty, but actually, I think the Triumph has a quieter sound, and it has it has the round keys, right? The glass keys. I think they're glass, but it has a nicer touch to it versus the this Voss is just a little bit heavier. Well, it's a lighter touch, but it just, I don't know, there's something weird about it, but it's also louder. Let me switch the ribbon so I don't put ink, but it's definitely louder compared to the Triumph, you know.
Is that because of the platen? Maybe harder?
I think it is. It is the platen, right? There's a lot of similarities to both machines. Like if you notice, the paper support is very similar. The cases are identical on both machines. So I think there was a common manufacturer of typewriter cases back then. The Triumph here is a German-Hungarian keyboard, which is a little different. It's still a Quartz Z, but it has some Hungarian words on the like backspace and all that. And whereas this one is just a standard Quartz Z. So anyway, they're both very cool machines, and I really don't have a problem typing with a Quartz Z keyboard. I find it pretty easy because I don't use a Z all that often, right? I mean, it's not a very frequent letter in English, and the Y is the only letter you have to kind of think about where it's at. So it's pretty easy to use. And I like the dead key, the accent keys. I end up using this one as a apostrophe a lot.
You like the look of it better?
I do, yeah, it's kind of cool. Actually, this machine, if I'm thinking here, it does not have an apostrophe, so you have to use that as an apostrophe. But it's a dead key, so you have to type it first, or whatever, or put a space, hit the space bar after it. Anyways.
Yeah.
The top of it is Bakelite here, and let's see. There are 2 screws that hold the top panel together, and there are cracks right around both screws, like somebody at one time tried to lift up the ribbon cover without loosening the screws, right? So the Bakelite corners here are cracked. You might be able to see that one right there. But anyways, it's pretty good shape.
Is it just the top? The top cover is Bakelite, nothing else?
Yes, that's right. And everything else is painted metal. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice machine. And also the Triumph logo. Let me pull this paper out. You might notice that Triumph logo that looks very similar to the British motor car company. Well, it was actually licensed by the Triumph typewriter company in Germany, licensed to the British motor car company, that logo. So whenever you see a Triumph motorcycle or an old Triumph car, and you look at the logo, that's actually German. Just like the Windsor family itself, right? Anyways. And I actually have another typewriter, which is my only Azerty typewriter, which you guys have seen before, but I'll show you.
Well, I'm living in the Netherlands, and then we have QWERTY. Then the Belgians and the French have Azerty, and then the Germans have.
Okay, you guys have seen this, I'm sure. This is the MJ Rui, and I put my own handle on this because the original handle was all. It's a plastic handle, right? The original one, and it just falls apart. But I'm trying to do this without. I don't have any table space here.
What material is that handle?
That one I made is brass.
Ooh, nice.
And so let me adjust the focus here. So yeah, MJ Roy, it has a very short carriage return lever that reminds me of the early Hermes rockets. And it's kind of a rattly sounding typewriter. Very small, hard platen. Not a very good imprint. It really does need more a new rubber on the platen roller, but I probably won't get it done just because it's more of a curiosity, right? It doesn't really have a great feel to it as far as typing. I do like the way the type bars, if you look at the ones toward the edge here, are shaped differently, right, than the ones in the middle. They kind of have an interesting shape to them. And then it has the gull wing covers that open up to show you the ribbon spools, right? And then there's a little reversing lever, I think, right here. There's one on each side where you can manually reverse it, but it does auto reverse like that. And it's a very small, efficiently designed machine. I mean, as far as the number of parts, and of course it's so narrow and or thin. And there's a little secret compartment underneath where you can keep your. So I was using a sheet of plastic film as a backing sheet at one time, just to kind of dampen the sound of it and get a little bit better impression on this. But let's see, I think one of these pieces of paper might have something typed on it if I can get it out here with my other hand.
Don't drop the typer.
No, I would drop it on top so you can kind of see it's not a very great imprint. Maybe you can see that. So, anyways,
have you taken the machine apart?
I've taken the chassis out. Yeah, I have, and to clean it and all that. So, it's a curiosity though. Like I say, it's not a great. You wouldn't want to write a novel on this machine by any means. It is kind of rattly and not a great imprint. It really needs a new platen. That's the real thing it needs. So.
Oh, how do you know when it needs a new platen? If you type the letter O and it pokes a hole, I guess that means you need a new platen.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that's it. I was going to show you. I just noticed this, and I'm going to try to focus this close in. But the way the carriage lever locks, you see this little fitting staying out here on the bottom of the lever. It's like a little pin, and you notice the rim of the knob here has a groove in it. You kind of, let me see if I can do it with my other hand here and not block the camera. You fold it in and then fold the lever down, and it engages the rim of that knob if you do it just right, like that, and it's supposed to lock it in place.
Okay. Interesting.
So, yeah, kind of different.
Yeah.
There he goes,
I have
like
three
that,
of those.
like that. Yeah, you have 3 of those, Indro?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think of them? Are they pretty good? Do you like them?
I think it's one of the nicest looking, like ultra portables, because it's so flat and it folds in its own shell.
Yes.
Yeah.
For typing, it is what you say. It's you won't write a novel on it, but just a quick note, it's all right. I think mostly like the like insurance man who should take it with him and type quickly a contract or whatever out. Maybe therefore they used it, but if you open it up and it's all linkages, so it's all very long. It's very, I think it's very smart because it's so flat. But it's not a very well, to type on it just quickly, it's nice, but not for long letters or whatever.
Yep. So I will point out to you also that the little wire here, that little wire that kind of dampens the type bar, the one on the right side broke, and I had to bend it and shorten it to connect it around that screw. So that's why the right side of this wire has a little funny angle to it compared to the left side of the wire. But anyways, yeah, it's in fairly good shape. It just needs new rubber on the platen. So there you go.
Those machines, they rust a lot.
Oh. Well, fortunately, I live in a dry climate.
Yeah, that's good.
So anyways, very good. Well, that's my show and tell for today.
Excellent.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, and thanks for your letter, Joe. I received
you're welcome. I was going to tell you, Indro, that my family comes from the Duchy of Cleves in Holland, but that's about 400 years ago. 300 something years ago, they came to New Amsterdam, which is what New York City used to be called.
Yep.
And my old family name was Valdyke.
Ah, yeah, that's nice. Lots of New York names are Dutch.
Yes, definitely.
Brooklyn is Breukelen. Things like that. Yeah. Haarlem is Haarlem. So those are all cities in the Netherlands, like Haarlem, Breukelen, and then of course, the Peter Stuyvesant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
The Dutch founded New York, sort of.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. All right.
All right. Who's next?
Looks like May's brought out all her machines.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, all of them. Literally all of them.
Are you ready to show and tell?
Well, let me finish my breakfast.
Okay.
I got to get my energy, my strength. I was watching one of Joe's videos where he pulled out all his typewriters and laid them out in his living room floor or sunroom. And there was like 23, I think, at the time. And you were going through them one by one and, trying to decide which ones to cull through. And And I got inspired by that video. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm just going to bring them all out because I have to spool some ink ribbon, which I have for show and tell here shortly. And so I might as well get them all out. I needed to do some test typing samples for the typewriter database, of course. And so I want all my typewriters fully documented, pictures, type samples. So the only way to do that is to bring them all out in the open, right?
Indeed.
It's about 12.
Well, the ones you can see, there's several more where you can't see. I'll move the camera here shortly, but
is this called coming out of the closet?
It's called all of them many times over. So there's 23 typewriters, but only 21 that I want. So I've already culled through and eliminated 2 that can probably go. One of them being the Corona-matic cartridge.
Oh yeah.
No, that was a lesson learned. I mean, if the cartridges were available and fresh, it would be a great typewriter. But just the cartridge problem is what makes that typewriter obsolete, really.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because it's a good type bar machine. Unless there's a way you can rig and mount a standard ribbon into it. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but I'm not that motivated.
It can be done, but it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and I just pick up another. Yeah, I pick up another typewriter for $40, and
you might be able to reload a cartridge, right? One of those Corona-matic cartridges. Reload it with a standard ribbon. Did you?
I did refresh one. According to Ted, you can spray WD-40 inside of it.
Yeah.
And you can spray WD-40 inside of it. All right.
So you've seen the actual inside.
I ended up with a greasy mess, but it did. I sprayed too much and I didn't let it dry.
A little bit goes a long way.
Does it work when you spray with WD-40? Because I've tried that on my pink.
It does.
And it didn't work.
You just have to let it set. You have to kind of saturate it and then let it set so some of the WD-40 evaporates.
Yeah, it worked on mine.
I ended up having to blot it because that was way too much WD-40.
I went very light, so yeah.
But I got some life out of it. I could see how it tried. And then I bought a new cartridge. And the new cartridge was lighter and splotchier than the old cartridge, even before the WD-40. So I guess it was old stock, new old stock. So
they haven't made those in decades.
Yeah, so that was enough to just make me give up on that machine. But the one good thing about it is its platen can be removed and used on one of my Electra 220s that are a little bit older. The platens are harder, so those platens just pop right out. And so I saved the platen, and the rest of the machine, I'm not sure what I'll do with it. What do you do with the machines that nobody wants?
Springs.
Yep.
Spring supply. Yeah, part supply.
Or maybe just it comes in a case, so maybe just keep it in the case and pull from it as needed. Because it's a 6 series, and I've got 2 other 6 series that has interchangeable parts.
Now you have a parts machine.
Now I have a parts machine.
Look what Indro's got.
Oh yeah, that one is Bakelite, and I was trying to rescue it, but it's that German machine. But I'll just use it for parts. So I'm taking it apart, just for screws and springs and things like that. So that's why I use it for now. It's gone, so it's beyond repair. So I'll just use it for parts. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that. I stole a screw out of I have 2 60s era Royal Companions, and one is brilliant and I love it, and then the other one is garbage. So I stole the screw out of that for actually the Olympia Splendid 33. One of the screws had come off on the escapement rail. Is that the proper terminology? Yeah. So I put the screw there, and we're good to go again. And the other one doesn't matter because it's beyond any effort. So yeah. Very good. Let's see. Anyone else have anything to show?
Here, look at this piece of junk. I'm sorry. This thing is really getting on my nerves.
Oh.
I can't. Yeah, and I've got the
Oliver.
carriage off, but I don't know how to set. I don't know how to set anything, and everything's all like the carriage release lever was rusted solidly shut. I had to get that on work, which I did, and that so I can get everything to move. But like this thing here was caught up, tied in there, and it's just everything's all. I think it's just so rusty and just gummed up that it's annoying me. So I think it's just going to be like a dust collector, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna probably mess with it, but not yet. It's like, I don't know. I just want to put it in a big bucket of hot soapy vinegar and dish soap and just let it sit because it's so gross and just gross. I want it to work, but yeah, we'll see.
I had one. They're notorious for rusting.
Yeah, it's awful.
I took it completely apart, which is not very difficult with this machine. And I got it back together, and it real shiny and real nice, and I sold it for a lot of money.
Well,
wow.
I think it's really easy for me to take it apart, but then when I would have to put it back together again, I would be like, I don't know where this goes. I don't remember. Or it just really scares me to mess with it when I might not even get it to work.
What I do with machines that are difficult is I take a piece of paper, and every part that a little screw that I unscrew, I put it on the paper with some plastic glue, or what do you call it? The tape it down and write a number with it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to put it back together is just working backwards and make pictures in between.
Right.
That's how I did it with that machine.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Great idea.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
I've also used like those little compartmented screw containers, as little, and you can put little 1, 2, 3, 4, put them in order, and then put a little description on a tiny piece of paper, put it in each compartment as to where it came from. I used to fix consumer electronics back in the 80s, and taking apart camcorders from the 80s, every screw was a different length or a different head style. So you had to kind of mark where everyone went and where they went and all that. So that helps. And also take pictures with your cell phone of every,
that's true.
Before you take things out, so you know where they go back.
Exactly. Yeah.
I recently repaired a Pentax DSLR, and I had to take everything apart. And on each side of it, I sketched it on a piece of paper. And I put a little X where all the screws were. And then when I took the screws out, I put them on the X where they go on the sketch and taped them to a piece of paper.
Yeah,
very good.
Just like Joe says, all those screws are different lengths, and there's 2 different screws with the same diameter with different threads and stuff, crazy stuff like that. So that's the only way I did that. I never tried that on a typewriter, but I will next time I do one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Brenda, as far as cleaning that Oliver, I think it's a good strategy to use some hot soapy water or something like that. Just blow it out afterwards and just make sure you dry it out quickly so it doesn't rust. But that's sometimes the only way you can clean those, right? Is I know that May, I think she'll take a typewriter outside and hose it down in the,
I do the same.
Fill up my kitchen sink with hot soapy Dawn.
There you go.
And just literally do underwater typing, and it
Oh, is that a new thing? Underwater typing?
Underwater typing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, Joe. I took a shower this morning and I had my typewriter in there with me.
So that was from last week.
That was
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
Typing in the
Well,
shower.
the thing with this is so heavy. I mean, to sit there and try to, move this around to clean it, and it's like, oh my, you get a workout, I guess. But man, it's just, if you could get it out of the, I guess you could take it. I guess if you take it apart, that would be the thing to do, and just clean it, and But
It's pretty easy to take apart. If the bat wings, the type slugs,
Yeah.
they're just holded by two rails with each
Yeah.
2 screws. So if you take them off, they all come off. And I cleaned every single one of them. But if you bend one, you can't use it anymore. Like you will be never ever be able to align it properly. But
right.
I did it. All the shiny parts I just take. We call it like this. Maybe you recognize it. Like
Brasso. Yeah.
That's what I use to polish the. It will take the rust off.
Yeah.
So you just keep on polishing it, and it will take the rust off, and it's nice. It took me 3 weeks, but
I've used this stuff called Never Dull, and it comes in a can, and it's like a cotton wadding that's impregnated with metal polish compound, and you just tear off a tuft of it, and you can scrub with it. And we used it in the Navy back in the late 70s. They bought it in sort of a military style can, with a naval stock number, but you can get them civilian. You can get them in the hardware stores here in the States. Never Dull is really good for polishing metal. But I think you should clean that typewriter there, Brenda. I think that'd probably make you feel better about it.
It's a definitely a project. A project thing. But yeah, I gotta get my Christmas cards done first, and I can't just do typewriter stuff all the time. I would like to do typewriter stuff all the time, but I gotta do other stuff first. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a definite long-term thing.
if you get it to work, it types really cool. It's really nice.
I mean,
I can
get the. I mean, the things will come down, but nothing else is happening. Nothing else is. The space bar is all locked up, and I can't get anything to move. So
I have put in the Zoom chat a link to a YouTube channel for a guy called the Vintage Type, who restores Olivers, and he has lots of Oliver repair videos on his.
I think I've seen him. I think that's where I've watched a lot of the stuff, how to take it apart and everything.
Okay.
But he doesn't have anything on how to, the right way to set all the underneath stuff.
You should leave a comment for him and see if he'll make a video for
There
you.
you go. There you go.
Okay.
We do have a bunch of people in the comments. John Capazzo. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He says, I had good luck with Evaporust. Then Luddite says, I bet Evaporator would do the trick. A lot of the restoration channels on here seem to use it with great results. Oh, Evaporust. Not Evaporator, Evaporust. So we have two votes for Evaporust.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else?
I've got something.
Okay.
I was thinking it'd be cool. It'd be fun to do someone's portrait as a typewriter art from the chat, like right now. I'll run it through my little program while everyone else is talking.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm thinking if somebody wants to get their portrait done, just put your face up in front of the screen real big, and I'll screenshot it, and I'll run that in the background while we talk.
I think you need to do Joe Van Cleve. Look at him there.
I think so too. Can we solo Joe up there?
He's the prettiest.
I have good lighting, and I ham it up a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
The world famous Joe Van Cleve.
World famous Joe Van Cleve.
All right, hang on for a sec. I gotta get this.
Are you going to get the dark stare, or are we going to get a smile out of him?
I have to get okay. All right, I'm ready for you. Okay, smile. Okay, I think I'm good. I will let you know when I'm done.
Okay.
This is going to be exciting. Very cool.
Is that all?
What's next?
The smile. That was pretty neat. That was
I
really.
forgot. What's the topic of our
show and tell?
Show and tell.
Oh, show and tell. All right. Well, I'll be next.
Okay.
I made a little invention.
Oh.
Let's see if I can adjust the camera here to show you. I bought a giant spool. Well, not the biggest one. This is 330 yards of bichrome ribbon from Baco Ribbon Supply. And first, the tricky thing is how do you get it on a spool?
Oh.
So take a cardboard box. And let me get all the little tidbits out of here. Cardboard box. I painted it because, you know, I didn't want it to I kind of gave it a dirty look because it's going to get black fingerprints all over it. So it's got that nice shimmery roadkill look. And take a paper towel roll.
I'm liking this.
Cut some notches on either side. And you gotta don't cut them. Cut them to where the roll doesn't move. So there's some friction there. You don't want the paper towel to move. And then to keep the roll centered on the paper towel holder, I've cut some pieces of twine. You could use rubber band or whatever and put it around the axle, my paper towel center axle. And can you see? Oh yeah, okay, the camera's doing pretty well. The inky ribbon. Baco ribbon's nice. It's very dark and inky.
I'll have to buy some of that.
Put this on here, and then probably should have had this set up before I started, but at least you get the full experience.
Yes, yes, the whole demonstration.
The whole demonstration. Keep the roll centered, and then we shove it through the other opening on the other side.
Nora.
Very carefully.
Come here. Nora.
And then I've got a binder clip on the front to act as a guide to thread the ribbon through.
Oh wow, this is ingenious.
This really is the most creative thing I've ever seen on this group. Thank you, May.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
100% recycled materials, except for the hand drill I already had. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal this idea.
It's amazing.
Please do. I wanted to make a video, but this is just.
Please do.
We are making a video. Aren't
Well,
we?
yeah. maybe I'll make this a highlight.
Okay.
So make sure it's not twisted.
See, an old film projector might work. 16 millimeter Bell and Howell.
Everything's centered. And then you just simply draw the ribbon through and it stays straight.
That's amazing.
There's enough friction on here to keep it from spinning out of control.
I think you better patent this.
The May's redneck winding rig.
That's right. Get yours today.
That's right. And then just make sure you wind in the right direction. The top of the spool, of course, faces the same direction as the black. And of course, I use my high-tech ribbon attachment system called the stapler.
In some of these Shop Goodwill pictures, it has the red on the top.
Yeah, some people, I guess, don't know.
They don't know any better.
I've had a few typewriters come that way with the red on the top as well. So
yeah,
redneck typewriters.
Redneck typewriters. There you go. Of course, I'm always slower when I'm on camera, trying to aim it just so.
We have all the time in the world.
This started. Twist this up in here, and then, whoops. And then I have a hand drill.
Yes, yes.
The hand drill, and I've fitted it with a chopstick because it's got a variable diameter, so it will.
Oh, nice!
My goodness, this gets better and better.
Oops, I got to put the other staples for the in place of the grommets here, so I'm just staple a little X pattern on the.
This is like a Rube Goldberg
right here. And then you kind of bend the staples just a little bit so they don't slide through, because they are kind of thin. So just give them a little bend so they
Goldberg
don't slide through.
Yeah.
And then you just simply move the chair out of the way here. Simply hold the ribbon like this right next to the guys and just turn and turn.
And at the end, it lights a cigarette.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like it. So you just got to make sure you have back tension on the supply reel, right? That's right. So it stays tight. Yeah.
Yes. And the paper towel center is just the exact diameter.
That's amazing.
Roll. And then with a little bit of twine or rubber band keeps it all centered, and just enough tension to wind a ribbon.
So are you selling these on Etsy yet?
I think it's pronounced
Etsy.
You can make this. Yeah, you can make this in 20 minutes. Anybody can make this. Of course, if most of us probably have binder clips. Anyone. And
I think you have too much faith in us.
Yeah, I hire people to put my IKEA stuff together.
I think this is great too, because I've got a few of these Baco ribbons, and I've got the black and red as well as just the black. So you could pile them up in there and really make it happen.
That's amazing.
You just got to have the chopstick. That's the secret.
Exactly.
That chopstick.
And this hand drill too.
Yeah, I have two of those hand drills. One of those my dad gave me, but those are pretty cool. I like them.
And it's nylon, so I wouldn't use it for anything heavy duty. It's perfect for ribbons. And there we go. We are full. Now, if you didn't have a hand drill, it wouldn't be that difficult just to sit here and do it by hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that long. It's only 8 to 10 yards of ribbon. It's not that much. So you could just sit here and twist it by hand. What you really need, the important part is, to keep the master spool stable, to keep it from flip-flopping, because if the ribbon falls off the spool, then you have a little bit of a mess.
That's amazing.
Okay, now I need some scissors.
And how do you keep that big reel from drying out?
Well, I take it off and then I put it back into a plastic bag that it can.
Water it daily.
WD-40.
WD-40. Well, that's a good question. Is there something I should be doing to
maybe ask Baco? Maybe they have an idea how to keep it fresh.
How to keep my ribbon fresh.
That'd be the only reason I would not want to have that big of a roll, is because I don't think I could use it before it got all dried out.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I have 23 typewriters.
Yeah, I have about 15 typewriters, and I pretty much take the, because I like the colored spools, so I just take the ribbons off the machines and keep them in little Ziploc bags. And when I want to use a color, I pick a machine and I use them, but I don't leave them in the machines because I don't want them to dry out.
Hey, there's Sarah.
Well, a lot of the ribbons are made
Hi, Sarah.
material that doesn't dry out.
Trying to figure.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Let's see. Figure what I'm doing. How do I start my video? There we go. Now we're good. Morning.
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 How are y'all today?
We have a big group today.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Great.
Everybody loves show and tell.
Yeah, we're working in the workshop today.
Yeah, May, that was an amazing demonstration. I appreciate that. That was awesome. Awesome.
This is very handy too. So now
we have an inside look at the inner workings of your brain now.
And it includes chopsticks.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
There you go.
You have to like Chinese food in order to be able to do it, though.
Oh, I love Chinese food.
Chopsticks, yeah, or Thai, I guess.
The funny thing about making a video about this is, if you put it on YouTube, somebody's going to ask you, where can I get those chopsticks?
Yeah.
They'll want to know where you got them, like a part
Where
number.
can I get the box?
Yeah.
The exact box.
Do I have to use that box? Exactly.
What's the patina on the box?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. This
Love
is
the
a-
patina. Can you share it? Is it a Pantone color?
Yeah.
This is a mixture of red, black, yellow, and a bit of bronze acrylic paint.
And you have to paint it that color. You have to.
Exactly. you
Yeah,
have
it
to.
won't work
have to-
otherwise.
You
No,
have to paint it a color that can get dirty and you won't notice.
That's
All right.
right.
So this typewriter needed a JP1, one of my
Oh,
second
yeah.
typewriter. So this is going to get a new ribbon. We will do that now. Hopefully I got the direction. Yep, I did. And just test. I like to make sure my staples don't go through the machine.
Doing it.
And there we go. All right. Sure they
Falling apart.
catch it. And it looks like it's going to.
Very nice.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Very nice. All right. Success. Another
Yeah.
typewriter has been refreshed.
Very good. Very good.
Always
What
feels fun.
what color selections do they have for Baco?
The black, solid black, black, red. And then she has solid purple, green, blue, and brown.
Ooh.
And two sides. Yes, I know. But
I
the
want brown.
rolls are either
Yeah,
the
brown's
smallest
nice.
one
I've
is
got brown.
330 yards, 330 yard roll, and then the larger one is 550 yards. So it's
Wow.
$35 plus shipping for the small one and
Yeah.
$55 plus shipping for the larger.
Wow.
It's a good deal because you get
I recently
mean,
bought navy
330
blue.
3 yards. That's 30.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it dark enough?
Did you hear that,
To me?
Andrew?
If it dark
Yeah.
enough,
Is
I
it
got
dark
navy,
enough?
navy blue and red. I bought them in England because you can't get them here, and it's very, very nice. It's very subtle. It looks like black, but you can see it's blue. So I really enjoy it. Got them in last week.
Nice.
In
Yeah, I like the blue. I like the blue ink and I like the brown ink, but unfortunately, I gave both those spools to my son, so now I
Oh.
need to get them replaced for me.
Yeah. In fountain pens, they call the very dark blue. They call it blue black.
yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
I have some of that for my fountain pens. Oh, and for the JP one of the things I like to do, because I never use the white correction ribbon, I always paint the little
yes.
white and I put a red dot there, and then I realized that is the Japanese flag right there.
That's right.
That's the Japanese flag.
The rising sun.
Exactly. So how appropriate
funny.
for the
Japanese.
typewriter, right? And then I
Very
kind
good.
of figured out, I don't think you'll be able to see it on this camera, but I love the end of page line indicator on the SC5 series. And so, and some of my brothers, but I made one using little dots of acrylic paint. I don't think you can see it in this camera, but I very carefully calibrated and made my own line selector.
Wow.
Not line selector, end of page indicator.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
Little bits of paint. So I've customized this typewriter somewhat.
Nice.
So I
There
like
we
the
go.
JP ones. They're very, very portable.
Very
I
good.
have to go.
There we go.
Okay, Andrew.
Okay. Thank you so
I
much.
have to,
Andrew.
I have to start
see
cooking.
you.
All
Nice
right.
typewriter.
What are
next
you
week.
cooking? What are you cooking for us?
Baked potatoes and beans.
Sounds
Ooh.
good.
Nice.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah.
Healthy.
I'll take
Yeah,
some.
Healthy.
with some pulled pork.
Ah,
nice.
that sounds. Oh, yes.
That does sound good.
Sounds good.
I guess it
All
is
right.
dinner time in the Netherlands.
All right. See you next
it's,
time.
it's almost 7, so I have to go.
Yeah.
My kids
Yes.
are getting home. So I
Uh,
wish you all a nice evening. And
Have a
see
good
you
evening,
next
Thank you
week.
so
too.
much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks. Bye.
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 I have a little show and tell if there's time.
Yay.
Of
Sure.
course.
Yeah, Sarah, let me say goodbye real quick. I've got to
Aw,
get
darn
rid of
it.
myself, guy. Yeah, sorry, I just jumped in, but I get to go shoot a commercial today and be a bad guy in a commercial, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh.
You don't look like a bad guy.
The funny part is the commercial's for the county, and as far as the county, I mean, I'm the locksmith for the county. I'm one of the most people that
Trusted.
they trust, you know, so
Wow.
going to be
That's
really
pretty
exciting.
nice.
I did want to give a public thank you to Joe Van Cleef. We had him on our podcast Monday. He was a wonderful guest.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
I behaved myself. Yeah.
Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
Hopefully David can get that out in a
Yeah.
week or two. But Joe was really awesome. Joe, I thank you very much. It was a lot
Thanks
of fun.
for the opportunity. It was a lot of fun too.
Wow.
That's awesome.
We'll look
I'll have
forward
to go back
that.
and listen to that. Yeah.
Yeah, what podcast is
That's
that?
wonderful.
It's the Austin Typewriter Inc. podcast.
Yes.
All right, break.
that's good stuff. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks,
Break a
Bob.
leg.
Bye.
Break
Good
a leg.
Bye.
Yes, Bob is the West Coast host of Austin Typewriter Inc. So
West
didn't know
Coast
that.
host.
The West
Yes.
Coast toast with the most.
yeah, yeah. So we'll look
awesome.
forward to that. All right. So you
Mhm.
wanted to show us something?
Yeah, just a couple of fun little things. So my mom has been borrowing my Hermes 3000,
Yes.
and she decided to do some holiday letters. And we were just thinking
Ooh.
about Joe Van Cleef, and he was talking about that last week. I just wanted to show you some cute things that she did that she sent me. Here's one.
Oh, that's pretty
Very
cool.
good.
Yeah, I thought that was neat. She also used the red ink to address the envelope.
Ah,
You can see there.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she used some foil paper
Ooh.
and sent me a little letter there. You can see that.
That's
Nice. I
neat.
love that.
Yeah.
Is it-
and this
is it
this
glued?
is definitely, it's not. I don't know where she got this, but it's wonderful stuff. It's almost like it's wrapping paper. It might be the back of some
Oh.
wrapping paper. And I like how she did the date too. I'll show it just to you, the date. Let's see if I can get it to focus. She just did December 2020, but she
Oh,
spelled
yeah.
it all out
Yeah.
in words.
Oh,
That's
I
cool.
see it.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
Cool, Mom.
And then and then she did this, sent these out to people kind of like a holiday letter. So
Wow.
I just wanted
Oh.
to share that because she's ahead of the game. Of course, I'm way behind, but all of those kind of little tips and things we talked about last week. And then I also wanted to show off some cleaning products because people are always asking about that.
Nice.
So this is my go-to product.
Ah.
As you can see, lovely,
The
lovely
lemon
yellow
scented.
lemon. This
Yeah,
smells so much better than the green stuff.
Oh, does it? I actually
Yes.
love the smell of the green stuff.
I don't know.
do.
Somebody told me they thought it smelled like a porta potty, and then after that, I was convinced.
It probably is. It's the same stuff, I'm sure.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I shouldn't love that smell then.
It's okay, Gregory. It's clean.
Okay.
And of course, everybody knows this. I don't have a big air compressor. When I have a bigger place someday, I definitely will. But I have a lot of these.
Now,
And then-
how quickly
Go
do you
ahead.
go through those canned air? How quickly do you go through those?
Too quickly.
Yeah. See, that's my thing. They don't last very long.
No, I buy packs of them, multiple packs. I mean,
Yeah,
I figure if I do clean up a machine and sell it, it's worth that to me, although it would be much more cost efficient to just go to Harbor Freight and buy one of those things.
Yeah.
But, I live in an apartment and we have like one bedroom. It's just not practical for us.
No.
Um,
I wonder about those air compressors you use for airbrushing. They're smaller and quieter. I don't know if they put out enough pressure though. But
that's a good idea.
They're really tiny, right? Anyways, sorry, I interrupted you.
No. Sorry, I'm like Gregory, George. I'm like all these people.
Frank,
Joe,
Bob.
Joe, you're still my hero. I haven't forgotten your name. And like a mom going down the list of every kid in the family.
No, I know. I remember that.
It's terrible. It was the same with us. But I agree. I appreciate your input on that. That's a great suggestion. It reminds me of, my sister's husband is a photographer.
Oh yeah.
So
yes.
there's
Yes.
this,
Yeah.
you know, and I used to do darkroom stuff in high school. I would do black and white photography. So, you know, I tried that and I said, you know, I don't think it's going to be strong enough. It helps a little. It's not that great.
Right.
Yeah, it's not that great. Another product I really like is preloaded alcohol swabs.
Oh.
These are something that I've tried to describe. Somebody has to go somewhere.
Go potty.
Please.
You, Sarah.
Sure. So as you can see, and what you do is you take this little, now I'm hoping this one's going to work because I've had some defective ones, some duds, but this one has alcohol preloaded in it. You break the top, the alcohol goes down to the bottom, and now you have an alcohol swab. And you can use this to clean your typewriter slugs and stuff. It works fabulously. So I highly recommend these for cleaning.
Wow. Where'd you get those?
I ordered these off Amazon, and I think they're a Chinese product.
What's that? Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah,
is this new website?
It's from South America.
It's this new it's this new fandangled invention. So you can get these like a 2-packs of them for like $10 or maybe not quite that much. And they come to you in the mail right away. But these are fabulous because I find with the cotton swabs, am I talking too loud? I feel like I'm yelling. Sorry,
no,
guys.
you're fine.
With the cotton swabs.
It could be the alcohol.
It's the alcohol. I'm sure it is.
The alcohol. See, yeah.
I have 3
I'm here all
Q-tips
week.
to the wind.
Enjoy the bisque.
You guys are nuts. All right. So anyway, but the thing is that the regular cotton, you know, I find it gets in everything. It drives me crazy because it's got that weird, you know, it's like, and it's like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Is this like a foamy tip is what this is? More like foam?
No, this is the same stuff, but once it's
Cotton
saturated
swab,
with
but it gets
alcohol,
soaked. Yeah.
then it doesn't leave all that goop everywhere. I mean, it doesn't leave all that little fuzz
Fibers.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I find it works a lot better. It's excellent for removing ink and anything between the type bars and the segment. So that's my little thing. Of course, I also keep like a microfiber cloth. I've got a couple little kits that I keep. I don't want to take up all your time. And then I have a homemade To Go Typewriter Kit that I made kind of as a craft project out of an old metal toolbox, which I painted. And then I took some quotes, like a quote from Tom Hanks and some other people, and did a little stuff with Mod Podge. That one fell apart, so unfortunately it's in 2 halves, but I'll show you what I've got. I can get it. Yeah, just a minute.
I know she posted pictures on Facebook.
I did. Sorry, I'm doing the old shuffle here. Okay. Ta-da, the old Heathrow shuffle. Okay, here we go. Well, this one, I'm going to have to cover it this way so you can see. Unfortunately, the
hinge came off.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I need help with I need help with my words.
Finish your sentences for you.
I'm having word finding difficulty and all kinds of problems today. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So here it is.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I painted it with blue paint. It was just gray or something. And then I put like stamps on the top. Here you can see.
Nice. Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah, and then I lined it with magnetic
Don't mail it on
strips.
accident.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't. And then I put, my supplies inside here. You can see some of the stuff that I use.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the back there.
Very nice.
It needs a little TLC, but thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Hops, gun oil, got to use that.
Gun oil.
Probably little stuff there.
Yep, got that.
And then, of course, all these little guys, red paints and stuff.
Touch-up paint for doing your nails.
Yeah,
In between.
You know it. Yeah. And I was able to find a teeny tiny wrench at a recycle store. That's kind of cute.
Very cool.
And of course, Mother's Detailer, which I have a big bottle of. And then also, putty, silly putty.
Yeah.
That's a question. What's the putty for? Is that for doing your keys?
Yeah, it's for your these guys.
Pet
Yeah.
Keys, right?
Yeah, I could demo that. Not that anybody is.
So I got one of
interested.
those roll cleans, one of those vintage roll cleans the other day.
There you go.
Yeah, Anthony's got a roller clean.
Oh, nice.
No, it's cool. So just
Yeah, you
so
stick it on
for
there.
going in between. Oh, okay.
Well, it helps
I've
get the
been
ink
using my
off.
tongue.
Have you? How's that working
Yeah,
out for you? Good, good.
You know, I get a little dizzy, but other than that,
Hey man, it's all part of the
WD-40
process. Yeah.
WD-40 tastes better.
yeah, yeah.
Does it?
No.
Well, you know, they used to have.
Swabs.
So back in the 60s or 50s or whenever it was, they had this product called the Bud, the typewriter Bud. You guys have heard of that? I know that Ted Monk certainly would know about it, but it was
Same sort of
essentially,
stuff,
it was silly putty on a stick, basically. And the ladies would keep it in their desk. And I learned about this from my stepmom because she remembered having one in her desk. And I thought, oh, well, silly putty will work. So sure enough, it does. Now this is really clean. It has almost no ink residue on it. So
wow.
Little tips and tricks. All right, I'm done.
Very
Thanks, guys.
nice. Thank you. You have some great stuff today.
Thank you.
Lots of show and tell.
Yeah.
I don't have any new typewriters, so yet.
Are you bidding on some?
We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I am bidding on some.
I've been taking a little
Which
break
ones?
myself.
You know, 23 typewriters is an odd number, and we just can't have an
Yeah.
odd number.
Can't have 23.
No.
You
Having
gotta
all
have
That's
like
terrible.
Yeah.
24.
You gotta buy them in
It's like
twos.
26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can't just buy one.
Yeah.
Buy two.
And of course, this. You got to have one of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't,
The
Harbor
magnetic
Freight.
thing.
Nothing to write home about. It's another electric type bar machine.
Okay.
this silly
was-
putty feels good to play with. It's like thinking putty. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
I was just looking on my Shop Goodwill account. I only have one bid in right now, and I've long since been outbid. But it was vintage yellow Royalite 64 typewriter
Woo.
Oh, I
Holland.
remember that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I saw that too.
I maxed out at 44.23, and it's up to 52, and there's still 3 days left.
Wow.
So
And
yeah.
Gregory,
Oh,
I just
yellow.
Gregory,
We'll try
I
not to
saw,
outbid you then.
I
Yes.
saw another orange and white traveler.
Oh my goodness.
It's under $200
Ooh.
on Etsy, just to get the pronunciation correct. So it's there right now. They're actually
What's this
they're
Etsy
actually
business?
that's me. I'm Canadian.
Oh.
They sell it with they're selling it with an orange telephone.
I've seen this. They do this with there's one with a pink telephone
Yeah.
also. Like they think
So
you
I
want
sent-
to have,
The bundle, yeah.
Yeah. It's a
But I sent
weird
a
bundle.
link to the YouTube. It's on. I sent the link to YouTube.
Okay.
But I just saw it about 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
So
I
Do
will
they
definitely
demo
check that out.
Do they demo a phone call?
yeah, they do. They no, I don't know.
Hello.
How do you? Yeah.
Person.
How can I put you through to?
Is this the person to
that
whom
was
I am
horrible.
speaking?
Lily Tomlin.
That was a horrible Lily Tomlin on my part. Sorry about that.
Oh, I actually have that on vinyl. For,
Oh,
Lily
wow.
Tomlin?
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm doing that one.
Ooh,
That's
nice
fun.
phone, Brian.
There you go,
Let
Brian.
me see.
Yeah.
I have to see his
Oh.
phone. Where is it? Ooh. Oh man, that brings back memories.
Now I have to
know.
go bring out my antique phones.
Yeah.
Out.
I've got
Oh,
a
man.
mid-century one, with the dial on the bottom.
Mm.
It's like
Oh,
it just
yeah.
has like the horn. The
Yeah.
dials
yeah.
at the bottom. Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah.
And it's actually converted for today's plug.
Wow.
I
My
think
husband did
yeah.
that with the payphone.
available in Europe
We have
mostly,
a
weren't they?
payphone on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we saw one of those in a Pollyanna movie this week. I was watching with my daughter. She's like,
Nice.
Mom, it's a typewriter. She saw a typewriter and she also saw a phone. I said, yeah, that's how phones used to be a long time ago.
Is that with Haley Mills?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
My Uncle Jim had a crush on Haley Mills back in the day when they were younger. Yeah. So we watched a lot of those movies.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was.
How did they fit that in the pocket?
Yeah.
Well,
really
the
hurts when you
apron,
put it
a big apron pocket.
Yeah. Or you put it in your back pocket, you're going to get lots of bruises.
Yeah.
Joe has his there now.
All right, Joe, show us your phone.
Oh, this is nothing special. It's a Western Electric, and I bought it from a store in Albuquerque. It's dusty, and it was new in box, never used. It's a Western Electric, and it's a 2-line phone. So you have this little crystal that you can turn. Switch.
Cool. Ooh.
And it works pretty good. Yeah, it was brand new, and it's wired for a modular plug.
Wow.
And you use these little filters if you have DSL, so they don't mess up your phone line.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love those phones. Love things that have buttons that actually work,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good right there.
It's like little cars where the door is really open. It's the best.
That's right.
Since
I gotta
Joe's
go.
showing
Gotta
a
go walk
phone,
the dogs.
All right. Thank you so much, Anthony.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Yep.
See you
Bye.
next week, maybe.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
All right.
Thanks. It was great.
Bye.
Nice
Very good.
typewriters. Bye.
Very good. Now, Ted, you've been a little quiet. Do you
I
have
have?
something to show us?
That's right. Got to show and tell.
I'm picking up my cat purring, and I could
Aw.
show.
I did hear that actually.
I could. Oh wait, I have a ribbon box.
I have a phone that just rang.
Ah,
Oh, there's Diane.
let's see.
Hi, Diane.
Hey.
Here's a phone that just rang. It's an actual train, and it's actually still hooked up.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So
There we
what do you
go.
have there, Ted?
I have my ribbon box.
Ted's got a box.
Oh, ribbon box.
Box of ribbons.
Oh,
Wow.
We can
nice.
see you through it.
Nice.
This is
All
where I
metal
keep.
ribbons, of course.
I have
Wow.
metal spooled ribbons. I have the plastic spooled new ones for.
We are memory keepers.
spooling on there. I have my We Are Memory Keepers
Nice.
eyeliner in here.
Oh yes.
Various spools of various kinds. I have
Like a
silk
Bako
ribbons.
spool?
I don't have a big old Bako
No.
spool.
No, okay.
I
Would
have
that even fit in
soundproofing
there?
for Brother JP ones. It's, I've pre-cut. I have, let's see, Selectric 71 ribbons. I have a dual pack of Corona.
Yeah.
Chromatic.
cartridges. So if I ever happen to get one, I can actually put a ribbon in it. But
they're
haven't-
so old, though. It's almost.
Hey, there's Dan Miller.
they are.
Good morning.
I think these are
Morning.
carbon. Yeah, these are
Oh.
black film
Oh.
cartridges. So
Then
Oh.
those will never go bad.
they'll go bad, but
I'll buy one from you if you would sell it.
I might. Still have that machine?
I still have the machine. That's the only thing wrong with it is the part.
Shoot me your address and I'll send you these because I have no use for them really.
Yeah, I don't recommend getting a machine because eventually you'll never find those cartridges.
Right, so
They're not something you
that'll
can
probably
make.
keep me from getting
Yes.
one.
Yes,
I
yeah.
have-
We could make our own standard ribbon if we chose.
Thermal.
Oh,
What
Type
are
Star.
those?
Little thermal ribbons for the Brother
Yes.
EP20s and EP22.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like,
I have
They're
one of
gold
those
mine.
Smith Coronas with the cartridge ribbons.
Oh yeah.
I have very, very rare IBM Selectric Composer ribbons.
Ooh.
Ooh, cool.
Those are.
I noticed you held it very gingerly.
Yeah, I have.
It's,
two of
it's probably
those.
valuable.
I have two of
Forgive me
those,
for
and they're the
asking,
only
but
ones I've
what's a
ever found.
composer ribbon?
Oh look.
IBM Composer is a machine. It's an IBM machine. Yeah.
It's a typesetting machine actually. Cold
Got it.
typesetter.
Okay, thank you.
Then I have some more EP20 ribbons, which I probably will never use because I just use the thermal paper, but
Yes, exactly.
and then more Type 71 IBM ribbons, which are getting rarer and rarer.
And eyelet crimpers, it looks like you have.
Yeah,
right
I've got
there.
my eyeletters. I've got a bunch of new old stock ribbons for various machines like Royal Standards, things that have weird spools. That's another 72 ribbon. I have spare Corona 4 ribbons. They're metal
Oh.
spools. A bunch of Olivetti metal spools.
Wow.
That,
Those are different.
you know, things that you're never going to find spares of anywhere. So
Yeah, yeah.
you when you find them, you want to keep a hold of them.
Definitely.
And I think that's it. Most of these are like Type 71 ribbons for IBMs and
I noticed on Shop Goodwill they periodically have these lots of random ribbons.
those I found definitely
Yes.
worth getting because most of the time, if they're plastic wrapped and they've never been used, they still have the ink pigment in them, and you can
Yes.
WD-40 that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Working
bought
again.
one. I want to say I got one a couple weeks ago, and then I sent it down to Gregory because he ended up
Yes.
needing it. I got myself an electric typewriter that ended up being a complete dud, but I got a whole bunch of these wonderful daisy wheels. And so I need some advice on which machine would be nice and compact and actually work with these. But I sent Gregory the H typewriter ink and a bunch of correction tapes that I got that he was able to use, I think. I hope they
Yes.
turned out okay.
Yep, it's
Were
great.
they good condition?
Yes, yes, I
Good,
appreciate it,
good.
Sarah.
You're welcome. Well, yeah, like
Hey.
I agree totally with what Ted's saying. Yeah, buy the bunches of them because you might get a treasure.
Yep.
Yeah.
May, go ahead and send me your address, and we'll make this happen for you.
What's that?
Those the Coronomatic.
The Coronomatic ribbons.
Oh, May.
So
Eureka.
we'll make that happen for you. I'm kind of sad because a couple years ago, I when I got these, there were also brown colored
Oh man.
film ribbons and red colored film ribbons that
Wow,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
so cool.
oh, when am I ever going to use those?
Man.
Oh.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
So again, when you find weird ribbons at thrift stores and stuff, you definitely want to grab them because
Yeah.
You never know.
somebody will have a
right?
use for them.
You never
Yeah,
know.
I see them, lots of them on Shop Goodwill occasionally as well. Of course, I never know what they really are because they don't lay them out very well sometimes. So it's hard to know what the surprise,
Yeah.
the treasure hunt.
All right. So who's next? David. We haven't heard from David Cornell yet. Cornelius?
Dan Miller.
Cornell?
Cornelly.
Cornelly. Okay.
Hey,
Do you
David.
have something for us?
Hey, David.
Yeah, I've got one of the things that, oh, geez, I forgot I had this. How about that?
Yeah, perfect.
I like the shiny black machines, of course. You know, they're excellent. This is a 51 Olympia. By then it was Optima, of course. Took it
Great
over.
condition.
German.
That's beautiful.
Got it for, I don't know, cheap as chips, as they say. And, real good shape. Probably a little internal cleaning to do and that kind of stuff, but works great. Kind of clunky. Real nice.
Very shiny.
That's beautiful.
Kind of a wee dealer sticker on the base plate. I haven't really deciphered that yet. Yeah, it's beautiful on the back. Nice, good, perfect.
Oh, wow.
My goodness.
A bit of scuffing by the return lever, but I think that could have been like fingernail kind of thing. So it looks like it'll buff out. As they say, it'll buff out.
It'll buff out.
It'll buff out.
Little elbow
What kind of
grease.
typeface? What kind of typeface does it have?
I wouldn't call this a monstrosity, but the return lever, hilariously tiny. Yeah.
What kind of a typeface?
maybe
kind
a
of a,
distant cousin, the Adler tipper, just 4 fingers high-ish,
Yeah.
that's 3 and a half maybe. Yet the return lever is massive. It's gigantic.
yes, yes,
Wow. It's like a brother return level.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a two-tone one.
Often there's a lot of like these sort of ones.
And is that a script?
No, this one, I don't think so. I have one that is. And then, of course, SF is. No, this is kind of a different font. I don't know which one it is, but it's not script though. It's got serifs and stuff going on. So it's okay. I like it.
Very cool. Very pretty.
Those are only 2 interesting ones I have today.
They're
very cool.
One day I want to do a stuff I got because of Joe Van Cleef.
Nice. I know.
We'll prepare it one day, and I will do that. I have a lot of strange things, in part due to watching Joe Van Cleef.
You better watch where you're putting that, or it's gonna fall on the floor.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, David
if
is David is one of our longtime participants in typing assignments. That's where we got to know each other.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's great. It makes you use the machines. You have to.
Yeah.
And then you feel obligated. You don't want to use the same machine twice. So that gives you an excuse to have more machines.
That's right. Exactly.
You use the same machine 2 times in a row. That's like wearing the same tie 2 days in a row or something.
I always think about that quote from Tom Hanks where he says, "Make the machine a part of your life." It's in that book of his. And I wrote it out, keep it out where you can use it. Don't put it back in a closet if you can, if you have the space, obviously.
That's right.
And that kind of helps. It's helping me in my decision making about which ones I keep.
So what do you have there, Sarah?
Well, this is the Privileg 350T. This is that German machine.
Oh.
And I did put it up for sale. And I've got a young lady she's actually a surgical nurse at Kaiser. And she's excited to buy this from me in a couple minutes. She's coming by and she says she wants to write her first novel. So I'm just doing a little, so I was just doing a little bit of last minute, maintenance on it. And of course, when I do these, I always provide a typeface sample and the serial number and all those goodies.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Very
I always
good.
do that with each one. So that people know, the history. And then I go through and clean up the slugs and everything, make sure everything's nice and sharp. So, and she's getting it for a really good deal, honestly, but I think it'll be something that serves her and makes her really happy. So
You need to put her on the
That's
show
cool.
when she gets
Yeah.
there.
Yes, the last goodbye for this sweet little machine. Oh, and also, of course, I use this stuff. You guys know about
Yes, control cleaner. Yep.
Yeah, this stuff is awesome. Yeah. So this is that one I was typing on last week, and it's not going to be with me much longer, about maybe 20 more minutes.
Say your goodbyes. Say your goodbyes.
Bye-bye.
See, now this gives you a reason to buy another typewriter.
There you go.
Joe, the enabler.
I know.
I actually sold 3 to a collector last weekend, and I was hoping he would join us today. He's from the Netherlands, and he's a guy who works down at Apple here in the Bay Area. And he said he has like 88 typewriters or something. So his wife was going to be really cross with him when he went home, but I've been thinning the herd a little bit, trying to prepare for some expenses I have. So it's okay. I'm hanging on to the good stuff. I've still got some really great machines.
That's good.
There's time for it. Yeah.
Of course, if he has 88 and he's buying 3, then he's going to have to buy another one to make it even.
Yeah, because 91 is not a.
It's just a matter of time. Well, the great thing was that he came to buy a $50. It was a Royal Quiet Deluxe that I had that I'd cleaned up really nicely, and I just charged $50 for it. And then he ended up buying basically $300 worth of typewriters from me by the time we were done. So that made me very happy. I sold him a couple of Olympias, and he was a happy camper, one with script, and so but he didn't want any of my other stuff, I don't think. So he's got a lot once we get to a certain point, we kind of know what we like, and
Yeah.
that's all she wrote. So,
Very
but yeah,
good.
there will always be other ones in the future, and I'm hoping to get Hermes 2000 at some point that works, and also to get the Hermes 3000 back, or maybe get my mom like a really pristine Hermes 3000. That's kind of what she would want, but she's more able to, handle the budget for that. So, but for me, I would just like to have one that works.
Yeah.
So, but I can't complain. I've got some wonderful Olympias, and of course the Smith Corona electric, and I'm good. I've learned so much. Yeah, but I love a good project, and just getting nice up and close with a new machine, exploring every little nook and cranny, and getting all the gunk out of it, exploring the history. It's so much fun. So
bringing
I'm
it
sure
back to life. That's so satisfying,
Yeah,
a
I
lot
won't
of times
stop
we
for
get
long.
the machines, they're dead when we get them, and then they work, a few hours.
They do. Yeah,
elbow
also
grease.
I've been loaning machines out like Joe does. I've been loaning them out to friends and letting them kind of give me feedback on what they like and don't like, and that's really a positive experience. It clears out some space for a couple of days or a week, and then
How
I
many
can
do you
decide.
actually get back?
Right.
A couple weeks ago, I loaned 4 machines to my friend Beth, and she and her boys tried them out, and then she gave those back to me, and then took another one on loan, the blue Smith Corona Series 5 plug-in one, and I haven't seen that one in a while, so they might be loving it. But generally, and I have another a girlfriend who picked up some machines and asked me to clean them for her, and then she sold me one, and then she kept another one, picked up another one, decided to have me clean it. Ended up thinking she didn't really like the machine after all, because it was too clunky the way it typed. So she gave it back and let me sell it so that I could make some money for my birthday. So it kind of all cycles around, and I'm just having fun.
That's good.
Birthday to you.
Yeah.
In November, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Belated birthday.
Yeah, I mean, just working on typewriters has been such a joy, and to meet all of you guys and learn so much. I feel so lucky to have this hobby, during this crazy time.
It's wonderful.
It's a great, wonderful thing.
I agree.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sometimes I wonder if there hadn't been a pandemic, would I have, been bored enough to buy a typewriter?
I wouldn't have. I would have continued to think it was weird. A year ago, I have to confess, no, a year and a half ago, I told the doctor that runs our practice to move the IBM Selectric off my desk, or I asked him nicely, because it was such a beast, and it had been sitting there for years and we hadn't been using it. I didn't appreciate it. And now I want to go back into the conference room and see the 10 IBM Selectrics lined up and take a closer look, and I can't go back to the hospital till it's safe. But it's like, my world has changed so much just from this weird little blip. So I guess, I never would have gotten into this if I hadn't been put on furlough. It's a great blessing.
Hey.
So how are you, Dan?
Silver lining.
I'm doing okay.
Totally.
How's everybody?
We're fine.
Very good. Very
We have
good.
typewriters, so we're good.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to show us?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know if this is something that's been used by you guys as protection for your typewriters, or this is a new idea that I just used. Let me try and turn my camera around here. Okay, so I've got
Nice.
These are
from sheet?
bed sheet sets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you guys do that also?
I will
I
now.
make my own. I make my own
brilliant.
covers.
What I
But
do is
that's a
I've
good
asked my
idea.
relatives. I've asked my relatives if they ever buy them to save them, and they work great for the small ones. And if I get a big comforter set, they work on the larger.
Yeah.
So
This is something I would love to do, is to make some of these.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Easy
For
sure.
the
to
bigger
make.
machines.
I'm
Trying
not
to get
sure
it.
if I would want the clear or some like cute fabric. It's hard to decide what I would want.
Well, if
And
you
then
get a clear umbrella, you know how they make the clear umbrellas? That's what I use to make the, so
Yeah,
you can
that way
see
you can
the
see the
key.
typewriter, right?
Ah.
See the
and then
machine.
Yes, you can see the key, the whatever, the front of it, teeth. I call them teeth, but
Yeah, I use those are like bed sheet containers.
yes.
And yeah, every time I get a new bed sheet or bed set,
Oh yeah.
comes with one of those, and that's a perfect place to put a machine that doesn't have a case for it.
Exactly. It's perfect.
So if you have 50 typewriters in your collection, you have to buy 50 sets of bedding.
Yep.
Oh,
I was
man.
thinking the same thing, Joe. I was like, man, I would have so much beautiful linen. I mean, I would have the best blankets, the best sheets. It would be awesome. One for every day of the month, at least, maybe 2 months worth.
Hey,
Yeah, those
Joe's
are super
portrait is
handy.
done.
And then this one,
Your
you guys
portrait is
might
done, Joe.
laugh at this one. I picked this up at a rummage sale a couple years ago. Does anybody recognize what this is?
That's
yeah, I still
Samsonite
use
Yes.
one of those.
cosmetic case.
My mom tells me it's for old makeup or
Yes,
something.
it is.
It's a
Yeah.
My
cosmetic
mom
bag.
has one, but it's beige.
I use one
This-
still when we
It's,
go camping.
Oh,
it's for
nice.
putting bottles of booze in,
Yeah.
So this is
cigars.
This is my
Cigars.
typewriter toolbox,
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
and it's what these old Samsonite. They're built like,
They're
oh my
good
god,
Oh yeah,
cases.
tanks.
they are solid. So, anyways, that's all I got today, guys.
That's cool.
Very cool though.
That's good.
Yeah, I like that you can see the typewriter through the case.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it just keeps the dust off of them,
Yeah.
and I can see
It's
which
a
one
great
I'm pulling out.
solution.
I think I mentioned in a previous stream that the Olympia SM9 that I bought, it came with a handmade denim cover.
Denim, okay.
Yeah. That was pretty interesting. I thought it was just a
Casual.
rag in the case, but then I took it out and no, it was sewn to fit that specific typewriter.
The
So
shape of the typewriter, huh?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, so that was a bonus.
To use, upholstery fabrics and things like that to match your decor,
Yeah.
or maybe leather.
Here's one of the covers that I made for my pink
Oh, yeah.
foil.
Oh, I love that. You made a
And
window.
then on the side here, see,
Nice.
I've made a
Yeah, a
buttonhole
hole for the,
so you can
yeah.
slide it off of the,
Oh, that's
Maybe.
nice.
you know
That's
what I'm
so
saying.
nice.
But
That's
that way you can
sweet.
see its teeth and,
Yes.
Nice.
Cool.
Love that design.
You know, Brenda, if you cut a slot in the top, you could actually type with it.
maybe.
Very good.
May I share my screen for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Let's see.
Oh, Brian, do you have that thing?
I
That
do. It
picture?
didn't come out as well as I wanted it to, but I'll show you anyways.
Well, I'm sure it's awesome.
There we go.
It's Joe.
Wow. It's the world famous Joe Van Cleve.
The world famous.
Oh, look at him.
That is
How
awesome.
sweet.
I used a version of it that
I love it.
uses red, like you've shifted the ink color
Oh.
for things that are red, and it thought your face was red, so it came
Well,
out
yeah.
like this.
My camera does that too.
Came
Kind
out
of
like
makes it
this.
red. Oh, yeah.
I should have done it in the only grayscale one, but it took like 45 minutes to run, so I'm not gonna redo it.
That's wonderful.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, this is how it would look if I typed it on my Hermes 3000.
Oh, wow.
So
And you
these
can
are all
export a
actual
PNG of that
scans
and send it to Joe
type
so he can use it as
impressions
his
from Hermes 3000.
Use a thumbnail.
Mhm.
Send it to me, email it to me, and I'll use it somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will,
definitely.
for sure.
That's wonderful.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
not
Wow, that's
seeing
pretty
it.
cool.
Oh, can't see it?
No, I see Brian's picture is where mine was on my screen.
Go full screen with yours, May. If you can go full screen.
Me? You mean Brenda?
Brenda.
Oh.
Brenda.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
Yeah, if you at the upper right, there's a view button, and there's all kinds of different settings that you can arrange
It's
your
saying
layout.
switch to screen share at the top.
If you click
I'll move out of the way, sorry.
view and then out of full screen.
Oh, there. Now I'm back. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But I didn't see the picture of the typed Joe's face.
It's still on the screen.
It's still on the main screen.
Not on mine.
Yeah.
Are you on an iPad?
I'm on an iPad.
Maybe
I had to swipe my screen to the side to see it.
Huh. I don't know. Technical
It's
stuff.
cool looking though.
Let's show some photos I have real quick. Let's see. That's Joe. Let's see. This is a coffee cup that I did.
Oh, yes.
A little coffee shop in Mason. Here it's using the red correctly because it's.
Yeah.
In the original.
Oh, now I.
But just when I did your face, it made it too red.
Yeah, it saw red in my face, which I do have red skin.
Yeah. I'm losing my windows. Oh, there we go. See, it looks good in the thumbnail. It doesn't look too bad. Joe.
Yeah, it does.
Dogs. It's my calculator.
You have one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Wow,
my
very
dad's actually.
Ah.
You brought it to a type in once.
Rally driver back in the late '60s, early '70s. He actually used that in the car to calculate the lap speed and stuff.
Wow.
Okay, well, I was just going to show Joe, but I've got a ton of these that I keep everything I make.
Very cool. Thanks, Brian.
All right, I got it there. Yeah, this one's me. Oh, this is my Hermes 3000 in my desk.
Oh, yes. That's cool.
Okay. All right. I'll stop doing this.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Those are amazing.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much for doing that. That was
Yes.
awesome.
Of course, it's kind of ironic that he's using a computer to
Yeah.
replicate a typewriter.
Although the restrictions I put on myself is
Right.
I'll only let it output things that you could actually type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could sit down with this machine and hit exactly those letters in that combination exactly as hard as I did when I did it with the ribbon set the way I had it set.
Yeah.
And you could type that. It's it does 8.5 inches wide paper. It prints actual size, so you can print it out on a page. It looks just like you typed it in the thing. So I can do higher resolution if I use like 1,000 characters wide, but it only does 65 characters wide because I have an inch margin, half inch margin on either side, and the height's unrestricted. So it'll print something that's, if it's really tall and skinny, it'll print like 5 pages altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't print wider than 65 characters.
Now, have you added a subroutine that actually outputs the steps in text that you would use to?
Like the ASCII?
Yeah.
No, because my images are all just jumbled up. It doesn't know what it doesn't know what a 1 is. It doesn't know what a 2 is. They're just images. They could be images of anything. So yeah, I thought about doing that. I thought about actually creating a routine where if you want to sneak a word in there, it'll fit it in the place it can fit it the easiest. Like it'll compute all the places that it could fit. Joe Van Cleve is awesome, and just try to fit it up or down like a.
That's kind of redundant.
like a word search.
I mean, you can tell just by looking at the picture.
Image for that text. But, that's really complicated, and I haven't ever bothered with it.
What I did with my head.
That's amazing,
I
Brian.
made one that uses my album covers a while ago. I don't know if you saw that on Facebook, probably.
Yep.
And so it takes only albums that I actually have, photographed in person by me, and you can rotate them up to 4 ways. So it'll do it right or left or upside down, and it finds the best fit for each record for the picture that you give it. But it would work better if I had like 10,000 albums. I've got I've got 237 or something like that. And with that, it doesn't find a very good fit. It'll make like an 8x8 representation of whatever it is, with the best fit for each album cover in it.
Wow.
But it would work better if I had a lot more. They're not that impressive right now.
I have like 2,000 records, so.
Yeah. The only problem is I'd have to photograph all 2,000 of your records.
I know.
Just getting them all straight and square and copying and saving them took probably 3 days.
Yeah, I think on Facebook you showed that the setup you had that you were taking the pictures. So that would take a long time.
I had my little typewriter table on wheels, the raised up one with retractable wheels on it. And I had all my records on those. I'd take them over like 25 at a time.
Yeah.
And roll them over and go through them one at a time and take them and roll them back and put them back on the shelf and take the next 25 out. And it was a lot of work. And it wasn't that cool. That's the way it works sometimes.
Yeah.
But the typewriter one came out pretty good.
Yeah. Alton, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for joining us.
Well, I couldn't let you off
too
easy.
Yeah. Anything new in your world?
No.
Not too much. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. So
No, this is the end of a term. The university where I'm teaching, so I'm reading a lot of parts of master's thesis.
Yeah.
And of course,
so
everything's a little crazy because of the lockdown here in California.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where I am too. Yep. So I just sold that typewriter, guys.
Hey, fantastic.
And that girl,
congratulations.
Thank you. It was her first typewriter. She was so stinking excited. I mean, it was really neat. It was really neat.
And
she's one of us now.
She is. She was just so exuberant and I said, well, you want to open it up, take a look? She's like, no, it's okay. I already looked up the manual and everything. And she was so excited and so happy. And I thanked her for her service because, she works at Kaiser and is a nurse and everything, dealing with the COVID stuff. She was just so happy. So this is my little jar of money for when I sell stuff.
I like it.
Typewriter money.
May I recommend you get a bigger jar?
A bigger jar. Alton, that's a great suggestion. That's like, like, what is that? The Secret or something? You have to kind of, create a larger space. Yeah, that's great. But it just goes right back around into the world. It's such a wonderful thing.
So now if you sold that typewriter to her, that officially makes you a pusher.
That's right.
Honey, I've been pushing typewriters for.
Right.
She's dealing in typewriters.
We're all junkies.
I mean, my friend Eugene, who also works in an ER nearby, he's like, Sarah, what do you do? Like, go around to people and like roll down your window and go, hey, got any typewriters? It's like, because I have.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
buddy, come back here.
I just got a email from my old videos or something, and a guy said a while back I went in search of a typewriter upon which to write my novel. I never wrote the novel, but I do have 1,000 typewriters.
That's what happens.
It's all about finding your passion.
That's great. That is so true. That is so true. Yeah. Well, I decided to bring out the typewriter that Gregory was showing us this morning. So this is mine. Same one.
Nice. SM3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And of course, I replaced the washers and everything.
Every time I see one of those, I think we should pause for a moment of silence. One of the great typewriters.
They are. They are.
Oh my gosh. It was like when I was growing up in church, we had kind of an old fashioned type of church that I went to as a kid. And they would always say, we'll have a moment of silence to be followed by the audible repetition of the Lord's Prayer. I don't go to church anymore, but I always think of that and it makes me chuckle.
So, Alton, you were talking earlier about lockdown in California, and we're still in lockdown here in New Mexico, but I work at a semiconductor factory, and when I went to work this last week, I found out that everybody else in my team, one of the guys on my team got sick last week. He tested positive for COVID. And everybody else, 3 other guys that work with him are out. So I'm the only guy left on my team. So this week I was working by myself on all these machines, and having to take breaks and watch my pager in case some alarm happens. I have to run back inside the factory and deal with it. But yeah, I'll be doing that next week or later this week. I'll be for 2 days. I'll be the only guy on this equipment. So anyways, that's what happens.
Yeah, those are some of the stories we don't. Those are some of the stories we don't hear. I have a student who's lost 2 family members to the COVID.
Oh no!
While working on
so
her
sorry.
master's degree, and so it's
Lost
my next
his
door neighbor who's
father.
a police officer had to spend 15 days at home because he arrested somebody that tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Well, I think the guy that got it is okay. He just has minor symptoms. But, where I work, they're very strict about all the protocol. And so I don't think he got it at work. I think he got it at home or something. And maybe his teenage kids, who knows, because how kids are. So.
Yes, I do know.
But yeah, it's really sobering. It can really affect your work life, to have most of your team have to go out and you're stuck doing all the work yourself. So anyway.
Yes, I mean that's a big problem actually at the hospital where I work, and I know all the hospitals because we were furloughed. My coworkers are having to pick up the slack, and they're exhausted. And I hear this from doctors and nurses all over the place that they've cut back their hours. They've been trying to save money, so everybody's scrambling, doing twice the work. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And I want to go back, but then the risk right now, at least in San Jose, our ER, our ICU is completely full. We don't have any beds left. It's a completely dangerous situation. And then if I take my kids to childcare, their childcare actually has had 2 exposures already. So so I'm kind of stuck. We're just stuck. We just have to wait it out.
Right.
So it's difficult. I hope, Joe, that you'll wear 2 bunny suits and 2 extra protective masks and all that stuff.
There's
Stay
the
safe
visual.
out there. It's no joke, man. I mean,
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, we're pretty safe there. I mean, the protocol, because being in a clean room, you're gowned up and
clean.
everything. Yeah, and the air's clean. It's actually a great place to be inside the factory when it's in the springtime in New Mexico, when it gets windy and dusty outside, and the air inside the factory is super clean and always the same humidity and the same temperature year round. So it's actually
like
pretty
going
nice.
into a spa-like experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. Makes me wish I could work in a clean room, not a dirty room.
I wish I had a clean room here.
Yeah, so do I. So do I. I mean, for me.
Oh no, I like having one room that you can just trash.
Well, May, I was going to ask you have a table behind you.
Here.
You have a table
like
behind you with
having a
4 light blue or light green typewriters.
Yes, the typewriter.
Yeah, what are those?
Those are all JP. Let's take the computer with us over.
Yes, I was just noticing that. They look like sibling twins.
They are. So these are my JP3, my 4 JP3. So the first one,
sorry
for the shaky camera, I'm using a laptop. On the right, the one on the right is my first typewriter.
Yeah.
And the one,
I like that.
71. Hold on, let me get the camera going here.
No wonder you got sucked into that one with the red, white, and blue. How striking.
The red, white, blue. And then the one on the right is a 1967. It's a little different. It's a 511, not a 511D.
With the repeat spacer feature.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And then over here are my 2 cursive ones. This is my
my goodness.
cursive machine that I ever got. I love it. It's just a brother. It's cursive. And then I saw this at Shop Goodwill and I fought someone hard for it.
Oh, yeah. So it's a repeat
Sorry if it
spacer
was you.
recursive.
Sorry, but not sorry. Because
No,
now
yeah.
Right.
my
Gotta
favorite
go to
little
battle.
family. These are really my favorite portable typewriters.
Wow.
Although they're like large portables or small desktops because they're so heavy.
Yeah.
And then of course I have my typewriter party at my kitchen table. I'm just
I-
doing it Joe Van Cleve style to get all
Yeah.
my typewriters out. And then over here I have my 6 series. Hold on, let me turn on some lights. So I put my
This is cool.
kind of hard to tilt
Yeah.
because I'm backwards here. But my 2 Sterling, 1
Yeah.
Super.
5 series.
Very nice. Yeah, 5 series. There's some underneath the table too.
And then you have the 6 series.
And
Looks
I
like.
have my electrics over here.
Yeah, those are nice.
Sorry for the Blair Witch Project cameras.
Do you always have them on display, or is it?
No, I pulled them all out because I needed to put ribbons on a lot of them. And I had just watched one of Joe's videos where he pulled out all his typewriters to kind of assess them, you know, and I wanted to do the same. I thought it looked like fun.
That's cool.
I kind of
That is fun.
I needed to do type samples anyway. I needed to wind some ribbons. So I pulled them all out this weekend and I'm just having a blast.
That's right. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely need
So-
shelves though.
Sure. Yes, I
suggest
do.
shelves.
I need shelves. Well, I'm not going to this is not my forever home.
Mhm.
And I'm on the 3rd floor. And I don't want to move a lot of heavy furniture up here when I'm going to be moving out in 6 months. So, in the summer, and so I want to buy shelves when I get my forever home. It's just too much to haul up 3 stories and then back down again. So the typewriters will live in the corner for the next 6 months. And then next summer, we will find a nice shelving unit or cabinet or something to display them.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very
All right,
nice.
who's next?
Anyone else? I think we got through everyone.
I think so.
Everyone. We haven't. Did we do Diane?
She looks like she's.
Yeah.
She can show us her clothes.
I think she's
That's
doing
right.
laundry. I had
There's
to.
the laundry basket, isn't it?
I had to mute her a couple times because I think she's watching TV in the background. Yeah.
Oh, I
sure
can
if I
show you
ever-
a boo-boo. I boo-booed a typewriter.
Oh no! What'd you do?
I know. I know my oldest one too.
She's crying for real.
What'd
Well,
you
Oh
do?
no! Oh no,
Well,
May.
I was wiping the platen down and the rag touched the back ruler and it just literally wiped some of the paint. Not a lot, but enough to make it kind of wiped off. I don't know if you can see it from here.
I can see it.
Done
Yeah.
that. I've done that.
Bad. And I guess the machine is mine now, huh? It's
Yep.
forever mine.
It'll buff out.
Yeah. Well, I
It'll buff
plan
out.
on keeping it forever anyway, so and I plan on using it and not just to look at, but to use. So I did damage. It's just a little rubbing alcohol. I accidentally kind of brushed against it. Didn't even wipe it that hard, and it just took that paint right off. So be careful with rubbing alcohol.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, May, I've done the same thing. Don't feel
Me too.
bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've done it too.
So oh well.
I was going to tell you guys, if you're using alcohol to disinfect, I found out at work they recommend 70% isopropyl alcohol is better for disinfecting than 92% or higher. And the reason why is because the 70% doesn't evaporate as fast and it stays on the surface longer and does a better job of disinfecting. Whereas the 92 or 100% evaporates so quickly, it doesn't stay on the surface as much. So
That's fascinating, Joe. That's really
Yeah.
good to know.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'd heard that too, and I wasn't sure why, but that
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
90%
Yeah.
is only good for drinking. not-
exactly.
Oh, May.
Strength.
She's always trying to get us to drink.
That's right. Everclear, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, who cleans their typewriters with what, vodka or something? Do people do that? I guess they could.
It would technically work. PGA. if it doesn't have any sugar in it, I think PGA might work.
I've never tried it, but I do have a bottle of Everclear that I was using for cleaning smoking pipes. If you're restoring old estate pipes, you want to clean all the old gunk out of them. And the thing with Everclear is it's food grade alcohol, right? So yeah, but I never tried it on a typewriter, but maybe I should, huh?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Shot
Nope.
for you, one
Nope.
shot for me,
Nope.
one shot for
Nope. Nope.
Who's saying no? Is that Ted?
Yep.
I'm
So
not
why
a drinker, so yeah.
What's wrong with Everclear, Ted?
Oh, because it's not right.
Bad memories.
Not right.
Use lighter fluid like a real man.
Drink lighter fluid like a real man.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for him to say that. That's funny.
Oh man.
Have I shown you guys the electric that I have? It's a Smith Corona Series 5, but it's a script. Have I shown you that before?
No, you showed us the blue one that's on loan, right?
Let's see if I can get a closer look.
Nice green one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she can type 100 words per minute too.
Oh,
She's
well,
like-
I should stop trying to show off. It's not very nice here.
You're showing off, Sarah.
I know, I'm just
I
a
love
big
it.
show off. I'm a big show off. No, I'm
I
not.
mean-
Whoopsie daisy. I got some lost things there.
Some people watch football. We watch fast typers.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a pretty one. I really
That's
love it.
nice.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Very
Beautiful.
Thanks. I got it from Shop Goodwill about a year ago, or maybe not that long ago. And it's really in practically pristine condition. And when I got it, I didn't know what it would have. I didn't know what type of typeface. Of course, now I know the tricks because I've learned from you guys. But before then, I had no idea what I was getting. So when I got the script, I was really excited. And it's a nice size. It's like maybe 10 characters per inch or something.
Does that one do the repeat spacebar if you press it down all the way? There you go. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Isn't that fun? Oh,
So,
man.
So Sarah, how do you like the speed of that 5 Series electric? Do you think it's one of the fastest electrics around?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my favorite. Love it.
So how do you compare it against like a Selectric for speed? Do you think the Selectric would still be faster, or do you think these are pretty close?
That's a really good question, Joe. Unfortunately, I haven't used a Selectric in so long that I
Okay.
can't answer
Yeah.
it very well.
Yeah.
My guess is the Selectric's faster, but I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. And I think you said the Olympia, what was that one that you had that was electric?
The electric reporter. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, that's pretty quick
so-
too. Yeah.
I haven't
That's
tried
good.
that, but that's on my list because if
Yep.
I don't get one, Aaron Drury is going to beat me next year. I got it.
The Olympia, is that a Nakajima? The
It is a
Olympia
Nakajima. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Nakajima typewriters. They're so good. I have 2 of them. They're Sears,
Yeah.
but excellent typewriters. So I have I was working on this Sterling.
Wow.
I got it not too long ago, and it stayed in the box or in the case for a little while I messed with other typewriters. But it had, carriage. Let me lock the carriage so I don't do that again. So the bell didn't work. Of
Oh.
course, the bell didn't work, and I got to looking around. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I should have put the paper back in here. Let me hold on just a second so you can see it. And I started studying the typewriter. Well, someone had purposely bent the arm of the bell away because they didn't want the bell. So I bent it back, and now it works fine. But they also snipped off one of the prongs.
Oh, the paper
Card
finger
holder.
thing.
They did it on purpose because I looked down there and you can see it's been cut off.
Oh my gosh.
I guess they wanted to see the word move all the way across without the one little prong blocking it. So somebody customized this typewriter, took off the prong and bent the bell, and
So there is one possibility is that they were typing on narrow paper or with narrow columns. And if you're typing near the top left corner of a piece of paper, that style of paper finger where it angles the left one, the corner of the paper will get caught on that card guide.
Oh, okay.
Joe, how
And
would you know this?
Yeah. Well, if you know the like the Olympias and the Hermes 3000s that have the clear plastic card guide, the left card guide on those machines, the inside edge slopes to the upper left, and so the paper can never get caught. But if you have this style or the little wire loop style, the upper left corner can get caught if you have a really narrow margin.
Yeah, so somebody
And-
removed.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so, but it works fine. It doesn't.
it's a nice
hinder
machine. Those are great.
the operation of the typewriter. I know that my favorite are like you said, the clear
Yes.
sides. They hold. You don't even need a bail.
So you notice the
typewriter.
left one, the inside edge is curved to the left. That's on purpose so it doesn't catch the corner of the paper. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Bye, all. I have to take off.
Bye, Diane.
All right,
Bye, Diane.
Bye, Diane.
Bye, Diane. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, say it, Brian.
Bye.
Thanks a lot for the showing us that
Bye, Brian.
artwork.
Yeah,
That was
I think
awesome.
I sent you a direct message with the
Okay.
link to it.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. See you
Bye,
guys. later.
Brian. Bye, Brian. Nice to see you.
And then I have another mishap. So the
Another
Latera
mishap?
32. Well,
yep.
it came broken,
Ah,
and someone sent me a paper bail. I'm thinking it was compatible, but it's from the Underwood Olivetti style.
oh, yeah, too
And
big.
so it doesn't match the same hookups in here.
Mhm.
But I've noticed that if I just kind of hook it into the machine and put it under the arms that are still hanging on the machine, I can actually make it work just by holding the bail down with the existing arms that are still attached to the machine. But ideally, I want to get the real bail, but finding a parts machine for a value
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like this is hard. Everybody's trying to
Yeah.
get one, and there are no parts machines that I know of. I've asked
true.
around. I found the one, but it's not compatible. So I'll have to. Maybe I can rig it. A little JB weld and just like my ribbon winding
I bet you could do it.
invention.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out. I'm determined to make this Latera work because
Oh,
it does feel pretty good on the fingers. It's
Yeah.
real soft. It's
Mhm.
one of
Yeah,
the
they are
softest
soft.
machines I've had. Very
Yep.
soft.
I love your ingenuity, May.
Yes.
I really admire that. You're a great person. You have such great ideas, and you're willing to try new
Fixer.
things. Yeah, it's good
Take
to be able to
things
see the
apart and
world.
Figure out how to.
Yeah, see
Yeah,
things from a different
I
angle. It's great.
used to get in trouble taking things apart when I was a kid.
Ah.
If I saw
Those are the best.
screws, ooh, what's
That's pretty
inside
awesome,
the
though, right?
VCR? What's
Yeah.
inside a
Natural.
cassette player? Right.
Mhm.
Throwing me off by having a mouse next to that typewriter.
It's a wireless
Oh, yeah.
typewriter, Calvin.
Can I say something?
Yeah, the wireless typewriter.
Oh, that's funny.
It is. Well, no, that one's actually corded. That has a cord, so it's not wireless.
This one does have.
Yeah,
This has a
yeah.
cord.
Yeah.
So if a typewriter did have a mouse, how would the mouse function with the typewriter?
It would crawl up the side. I don't know.
Literally a mouse in the typewriter.
It would,
Yeah.
it would
Oh,
move the carriage.
That actually
Oh.
reminds me. I have
Yeah,
a
there
couple
you
kids' books about typewriters. Hang on.
You move the mouse up, it would roll the platen, you move it
There
down.
you
That's
go.
right. A mouse cage instead of a squirrel cage. You could have an electric typewriter powered by a mouse and a squirrel cage. Yeah.
I have it. Yeah, I have a children's book about a mouse and a
Oh.
typewriter.
Oh.
This is yeah.
It almost looks like a Corona 4 in the little styling of that typewriter.
It does. It does, doesn't it? Hermelin. Detective Mouse. Yeah, I got a bunch of kids' books. I was trying to get things about typewriters to try to get my kids into them. This is another one.
Oh,
this
neat.
one's really cool. It's kind of about I don't know, just being liberated and free of speech and all that kind of stuff, and about people learning how to express themselves and write important articles and stuff. Just really great stories. But yeah, I've got
What
quite a
are
few
the-
of those things. Go ahead.
What are the copyrights on those?
Of course, I got this too.
Oh yeah, they look recent.
These are recent. This one, let me double check because I know Gregory's our librarian.
Yes.
This one is text copyright 2014.
Yeah, pretty recent.
Yeah,
Oh,
2014.
Sarah, do you have a blog, Sarah?
Oh, you know,
She needs
Joe,
to.
That's everybody keeps telling me. I
That
need
would be
to.
a great
Yeah.
blog article. Is children's books about typewriters?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good idea, Joe.
That's
Thank you.
great.
That is a good idea. Maybe I should do that. This one I can't seem to find an answer to you for. Let's see. It might be 2013 for this one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Write
it's
the
from
article
Melissa.
for Joe's blog.
Maybe in Joe's blog. That's right.
I know.
But I don't have the books to take pictures of.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually thought maybe I should do this, is like record myself reading these children's books about typewriters and provide links for people with kids, because it's, you know, I don't think too many people are doing that, but it's neat stuff.
Put it on
Yeah.
YouTube. Have to start a YouTube channel of reading kids' books.
Yeah. Yeah,
the only thing
then what am I
I'd
going to
warn-
do? I have to make one every week like Joe does. It's too much pressure.
I'd warn you about on that, and I'm not an expert on this, but if you read the text, then you might get into a copyright problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't monetize your channel, I don't think you have a problem.
Oh, okay.
They
can you just be like a just average person?
Yeah.
Just say, hey, this is
Non-monetized. If you're not monetizing your YouTube channel, you could probably read it. You could just treat it as a review, right? And
Oh, okay. Because I have seen people read books, but they're like celebrities and stuff. I'm not a celebrity. I just
Oh, you're a celebrity. Come on, you are.
I know when I write, we have to be very
On
careful
this
about
show.
using things like when I write, we have to be careful about using things like lyrics.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
a percentage of the length.
Yeah. I did not write
document.
this
If you're-
book. Yeah.
If you read a
This is
page
by
out of a
so-and-so
Stephen
and
King
so-and-so.
novel,
right?
Because it's so long, but you read you read a couple of stanzas out of a poem, then you may have used 25% of the material. So,
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
But you're
Gosh, darn it.
monetizing that in your profession, right?
But you know
Whereas-
nothing about my career, do you?
In theory, in theory, you're monetizing it, but
He's a volunteer.
Yeah, I'm suggesting if you have a non-monetized blog or YouTube channel, you should be able to get away with it because it's for non-commercial purposes.
If the publisher is really hardcore, they could still come after you, and you would get a copyright strike on YouTube. But I do have to say, at least for libraries, the big publishers have really come through for us libraries, allowing us to do, because all of our programming is online now. So we rely on being able to have our story times online. So they keep extending the rights to be able to read the books on these story times. I know it's been extended, I think, through March. And they keep extending it, so it's wonderful because it keeps our story times going. So
well, that's good.
That's a good point, Gregory. I know with my daughter's school, they've been reading her teacher's reading Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. So they do get to read books out loud virtually, but it's not. I guess it's not being broadcast in a way that people are looking it back up and rewatching it or something. I don't know. Copyright does sound like such a complicated issue. I'm glad you guys have some knowledge about that.
Especially online, it becomes much more complicated. But speaking of Lemony Snicket, have you read that first book?
Parts of it, yeah. I mean, I've been listening to it actually because my daughter's teacher is reading it every day, and I'm stuck at home, and it's a great book.
It is, but at the same time,
bizarre.
I'm wondering why is it no one has tried to ban it, because it's
about like child marriage and
not only that,
abuse
but to her uncle.
Her uncle is
her uncle is trying to marry her.
Oh
yeah,
and they're not from West Virginia.
I have not ever read those books. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, but he's a bad man in so many ways, but I think it's clear that. Well, anyway, I don't know what to say, but
I read it, And I was completely shocked. I was like, they're having preteens read this book?
Yes. Yes.
My goodness. Unbelievable.
Oh, they read the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the Bible has been
That's a
banned,
racy
though,
book.
many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. In, I think, the end of September or maybe the end of August, I forget which, we have banned books week. And one of the top 10 banned books is the Bible. So
really?
Yep.
Right up there with Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Better not so much fence whitewashing of fences. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and all, or Tom, what is it? Not Tom Hanks. Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer. Yes.
I like Tom Hanks, the one where he was whitewashing.
I like Tom Hanks too. We've been watching his movies lately. I actually showed my daughter a couple of his movies. They were a little bit racy too, honestly. There was Splash and what was the other one?
Yeah.
Turner and Hooch. Oh, so much dog slime. Ooh, I couldn't deal with the slime coming out of that dog. But anyway, but yeah, always hunting for the typewriters. Anyway.
Well,
Greyhound.
Oh yeah.
Greyhound. Have you guys purchased or gifted any typewriters to people for Christmas? Don't tell about ones coming up, but I mean in the past.
I did last year. My daughter, I have twin daughters. One's in escrow. Escrow is a Latin term meaning to slow things down. Apologies to anybody who works in escrow.
Right. Okay.
She's an escrow officer. They gave her a big office and stuff, so she wanted a typewriter, and I had a Woodstock that my wife made me buy. And
Okay. That horrible woman.
Yeah, we believe that.
I gave that to her, and then I gave to my other daughter a what was that? 1915 3-bank Corona.
Oh, cool.
Typewriter is what I'm trying to think of here with that, and he always liked that one, so I gave that to her. I plan to steal it back, but nonetheless.
I've heard that those are popular with kind of college students and high school students. At least, according to our local typewriter repair guide, those folding typewriters are among the most popular that people want. I don't know if it's because they think they're cute or
steampunk.
What.
They're kind of steampunk like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because they like to type.
I know, because I wouldn't. It wouldn't be my first choice. It looks great on the wall, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bail out, guys. Just wanted to come by and give you a bedtime.
Thanks a lot for coming by. Stay
Thank
well.
you, Alton. Great to see you as always.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Alton.
All right.
So-
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I'll just say, so Sarah's question about if we've given any typewriters away for Christmas, I guess I gave my middle brother the electric Smith Corona Coronet a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't really per se for Christmas, but I guess I could say it sort of was. The timing was pretty close. So
Yeah. And how is he liking it, Joe?
he's loving it. He's typing every day with it. He's typing up a lot of it. For him, it's kind of like therapy. He has a lot of trauma in his life, so he's using it to just to type all this stuff onto paper, and that's really cool to see him doing that.
That's so wonderful. That's wonderful.
See that helping, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, definitely.
It does. Yeah, I've done that with some of my stuff too. Some of my difficult times that I've had in my life, and it's helped. I can't share it with anyone, but I've been able to type it and toss it aside and type some more.
Yeah.
I've been through similar things with divorce and so forth. The typewriter is, as silly as some people might think it is very therapeutic for me. I just
absolutely
turn everything off in the house, dim the lights a little bit, throw in some paper, and I just type. Even if it's just ramblings.
Yes.
It just calms me down, and sometimes I do like you do. I just crumple it up, throw it away.
Yeah.
And it does work.
It does. I think so. It really does.
Yeah. I
Typewriters
do.
are great for making you feel wise. because then you can type all the junk on your typewriter and put it someplace where no one will see it, and then on the actual computer you can type the nice things that make people
Yeah.
Well, you know, this week I've been really thinking about what Ted said last week about how he'll type a response, like if he's angry at somebody on Facebook or whatever it is, and he'll type his response and then he'll go back later, or maybe he won't say anything at all, but he'll kind of get that frustration out on the typewriter. It's really good for us to be mindful. And I've been, you know, thinking twice about a lot of my replies this week, thinking also about what Ted said.
Typewriters are great for mindfulness.
Definitely.
They give you the space and the time you need to really think about what you're going to say to people.
Yes.
So does that mean you need a shredder next to your typewriter?
I've got a basket.
You type the most vile things about the person and then you shred it.
I mean, you know, it's kind of like what Alton said, I needed a bigger jar. We may need a bigger trash bin for
That's
that.
Well, it's great seeing you guys, and I'm going to sign off for the week, but
likewise.
Yeah.
Good
you
to
guys.
see you too. Look
Yeah.
forward
Nice
to
seeing you, Joe.
Thank you. Good seeing
your
you.
video.
Yes.
I'll try to get one or two out. I'll try to get one or two out this week, hopefully.
Very good. Very good.
I don't know how you find the time. I really don't.
I know.
I
It's
know.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you guys have a great day.
Take
You
care.
too.
You too, Joe.
Okay.
Stay safe
Stay
out there.
creative.
I will. Bye.
Yes. All right. Bye-bye.
You stole his line.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Be creative.
Yes.
All right. Well,
All right.
unless someone else has something, I think we can end here. We're approaching the 3-hour mark.
Wow.
It's getting easier and
Thank
easier
you.
to
We
do 3 hours.
talked so long about typewriters, but
We just love this.
It's been great. I love these show and tells, especially.
Me
There's
too.
always something interesting, and I am going to do a highlight of your Baco ribbon. That was a wonderful demonstration.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm going to wind a few more after we sign off.
very good,
Yeah.
very good.
I came in late, Gregory, so I don't know if you already talked about it. But what's the subject for next weekend? Or I'm rarely on the computer as far as Facebook and all that. So maybe you posted it, but have
Well,
you thought of one yet?
yeah, I have them listed on typepals.com.
Typepals.com. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be over on the right-hand side.
Got it.
Some episodes,
I'm not remembering.
Isn't it?
That's okay. I'll
Answered-
take a look.
Asked and
Okay.
answered.
Oh, maybe it's asked and answered. Yeah, that sounds
Asked
right.
and answered, I think.
Okay,
wrote it down.
thank you.
So this would be where I would ask why the heck my Remington Quiet Rider keeps skipping with this game. And is this
Right.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And your answer
Yeah.
will be buy the repair Bible.
Well, actually, I know that I think Ted Monk actually addressed that question in one of our meetings one time.
He did. Okay.
And but yeah, I'm sure he'll have answers. And then also I know there's a Dwayne Jensen video about it a little bit. But I think Ted Monk was saying that this is kind of a common thing with these. Is that right, Ted?
Well, not with the Remingtons in particular. We're talking Royals are the worst offenders.
Right.
But,
I know
basically,
my Quiet Deluxe skips like crazy.
Yeah, when you have that problem, it's basically a factor of you having to adjust the typewriter's escapement trip to your touch. Like, and that is people will say, "Oh, change your technique," or type correctly like a real person, but no, it's really a matter of
like a real person.
You infidel. You were typing
an
wrong.
adjustment on
You're just a wild man. It's your fault. Yeah. No.
Inside of the escapement, there is an adjustment point, and usually that's either something you form or something that has a set screw that you unloosen the nut and work the screw to get it back and forth. And what you're trying to do is adjust the trip so that the type bar hits the trip just before it enters the type guide. And when you do that, or actually it doesn't even have to be that precise, you just adjust it so that when you type it doesn't skip.
I see.
And basically that's a very easy adjustment you can do on any machine. And if you want me to look that up for you, I can look it up for you and give you a little diagram.
Well, only if you have time.
Yeah,
I'd be keen
for
to
next
know.
week. If you want to come by and
Mhm.
ask the question,
I
I'll
will.
have a diagram ready to show you.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
appreciate it. I appreciate
That's awesome.
that.
Yeah.
That'll
Now,
be
is this
great.
a thing where you have to kind of like adjust it, try it, adjust it, try it, adjust it, try it
Yes.
until you get it? Yeah.
Yeah, on especially on a Royal, the adjustment is so fine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so sensitive to different people's typing touch. I have spent up to like an hour just tweaking the little thing with a T bender until I can type a whole 2 or 3 paragraphs without it skipping, and then I know I've got it right.
Wow.
But then, of course, if I take that machine and give it to someone else, it may be, it may start piling or crowding because it's not tuned to their touch. But Royals are just super, super sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Remington might have more luck.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Remingtons usually don't go out of.
Yeah, I was so
escapement, stuff
hyped
like
up
that.
when I found it at a thrift store for like $20, and I brought home, cleaned it, lubed it, and then I'm okay with getting typewriters going pretty well. I just, for the life of me, I could not get this one or my QDL to work.
It's an easy adjustment. I can show you that next week.
That'd be great.
So
I'm excited to
you have
see
something
that
to
too.
anticipate.
Excellent. A sneak peek. Woo!
Anticipate.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to bail too, because I got lots of Christmas shopping left to do.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. Have a good
All
week.
right.
All right.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
everybody.
Good to see everyone.
Thank you.
and
Yes.
Thank
see
you,
you
Greg.
online and through.
You're welcome. Bye-bye,
Nice
kitty.
to see the kitty cat.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
We'll
Thank
see you next
you.
week.
Thanks, Gregory.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Gregory.
You're welcome.